Now hey-yo, you rascals, with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
With years is when he's seeking faster, husband wants to lie.
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion.
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun looking so as trees are up behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your roast, propose a toast to the drunken friends of mine.
A hero journey far and wide, but it riches, gold and magic. But he never found his true love sight, and it made him sad and tired.
And one day while he was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fair from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he was at war. And she carried him to the nearest inn, where she nursed him back to life. Well, it fell in love directly, and she married him that night.
So the half they down, they cut me up for a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, foul, we ain't here at the side. So lift your roast, propose a toast to the drunken friends of mine. Now hey-yo, you rascals, with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
With years is when he's seeking faster, husband wants to lie.
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion.
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun looking so as trees are up behind.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to High Rollers. Apologies for the slight delay. We had just had some tech issues to get sorted, and as you can see, we are currently missing a Kim, who is on her way. She wasn't feeling very well, but she's on her way, I'm told. I'm checking my phone constantly, but we figured we'd get live because we can cover things like the notes and the recap and the intro.
Yeah.
We have Trot back with us. I get so flinchy when you do this. I really don't like things being thrown
Sure,
in
you
my
want
face.
to do unlucky on me?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm just going to hide behind here. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Welcome back to High Rollers. I am your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll do an intro to the team just because we'll just have to miss Kim. We have Matt, as always.
Hello.
We also have our returning guest, Cavcast.
Hello.
Now official
Well, it's
member.
not Cavcast anymore.
It's Yogscast Cav.
Yogscast Caf.
Boom.
Right.
You've heard it here
Literally-
first.
Yeah, of the Yogscast.
Of the Yogscast
Cast.
Nice. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You enjoyed your first session here on the High Rollers?
I really did. Yeah, it
Excellent.
was a really awesome time. And I'm looking
You caused
forward
a lot of trouble.
I'm looking forward to causing more trouble today as well. It's going to be good.
And I can't leave him till last this time, although technically he is. We have Chris Trott back as well.
Thank you.
Yay. He's back from Boston.
Boston.
How was PAX?
Oh, it was wicked dark.
It was wicked dark.
Wicked dark in Boston. Yeah.
Nice. I feel immersed
You
already.
got to meet Chris Perkins,
I did.
and you got to have dinner with Chris Perkins.
I did.
Son of a bitch.
Did he treat you? Was
He
it?
did.
It was
Wizards
Wizards.
treated us.
Wizards treated him to a dinner, which I am very jealous of, but
Nice.
never mind.
Very
Nice
nice.
guy.
Nice
also
guy.
was
Yeah.
guest starring on their stream twice.
Yeah, nice camera action. You
As
got to
a-
conclude Falcon's little story.
I may return. I
You
don't
may
know.
return. Yeah.
It's a midnight session, so maybe not for a while.
Very
good.
nice.
Good fun.
We've got a couple of notes. We can go through this again while we're waiting for Kim. So, a couple of things to bring up. One is, I know so many of you love Halfling Camp by Battle Bards, composed by a guy called Mike Bridges. There is a Kickstarter that Mike is running, which is to produce more music in the same style of Halfling Camp. It's kind of become our unofficial theme song in a way. And he said that, hey! Sorry, we're live at the minute.
I know.
We're just catching up, you're right. So he, because we've done so much, is that actually on my hat? I'm not sure.
No.
Because obviously he's had a lot of rollers go and love the song and download it. He's actually going to do a High Rollers theme, Halfling Campy kind of
Wow.
thing for us.
Well, that's awesome.
But go and check him out on Kickstarter. I don't have the link to hand, but if you just go on like the High Rollers subreddit, and if you go on our Twitter, we'll post it out later. It's the Halfling Camp Kickstarter. Go and check that out by Mike Bridges.
The air is clean, my arse is big.
That's going to be our version. It's going to be sung by Trott. So we also have, in terms of more music, we have the High Roller soundtrack. It's still currently being worked on. I think Steve's got it all up. It's all being uploaded to iTunes and done properly and everything else. So that'll be coming out very soon. And again, we'll announce it here on the stream when we have it. Likewise, T-shirt is still ongoing. We are gonna try and push to get that for MCM Comic Con. So those of you coming to MCM, we're gonna try and get this shirt available at the show itself. It's looking really good. I mentioned last week I was working on some stuff for the DMs Guild, which is the site for homebrew content. You can buy it and pay for it, and it's like a self-publishing platform. I've had a bit more trouble making PDFs than I expected to, so that isn't out yet, but I'm hoping it will either go out tonight or maybe tomorrow night. So I will keep you posted on my Twitter. And then the last thing I wanted to do is just give a shout out to the @Encounter Roleplay guys. Really nice guys. They run a D&D stream here in the UK. They do everything on Roll20, but really nice guys. I jumped into their stream. They had a really fun game, and they were very, very nice about. They were just like, oh, we love High Rollers, and thanks so much for dropping by, and just really nice guys. So I thought I'd give them a quick shout out as well.
Nice.
You right? Yeah, good.
Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. No worries. Anything from anybody else that anybody wants to?
Oh,
I have to- well, no,
this is a rare
This is
treat.
yeah, well, no. The only thing is just to say thank you to anyone who donated to Kat's GoFundMe to fix her laptop. We haven't heard anything back properly yet. We should be hearing something this week.
But fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed they'll be able to get it all back. But yeah, thank you ever so much to people who donated. That was incredibly kind of you.
Yeah, that was really awesome. And just for anybody who's interested, I'm going to be doing a live stream straight after this one. I'm going to be doing some more Rust, because Rust is really fun right now. But it's going to be over on my normal channel, twitch.tv/Cafcast. But it'll probably be hosted on the Yogscast channel anyway, so don't go anywhere. It's fine. We'll hang out, maybe talk about some D&D, who knows.
Nice.
I haven't got any. Don't look at me. I haven't got shit.
Nothing.
Got nothing.
We do have the finale of the Pokemon series
yeah.
going out this
Oh
week.
yeah.
Tomorrow.
So
So
the last bit with that mysterious
Yes.
Mark and Mindy.
The beautiful Mindy will return tomorrow.
Oh, she's so hot, that girl. Jesus.
So attractive.
So high.
There is some food and stuff if you're hungry, Kim. I don't know if you want to eat, but there is some stuff.
Cold
over
chips
here.
and nuggets.
Cold chips and nuggets.
Cold
but
chips and nuggets.
this is not sponsored by McDonald's, but
If you're interested.
Ba-da-ba.
If you wanna,
there you go.
I'm loving it. Thank
Yeah, and there's water as well that I got you as well.
you. You want those? kind.
We do our best. So, a quick recap for those of you. So, last week we missed a game and I just did a Q&A. But before then, whilst Trotimus was away, the group investigated somewhere they continued the investigation of the missing tieflings. Cam went off to rehearse his performance, and the group investigated a place called the Black Valley Brewery, something that they knew was connected to the missing tieflings, but they weren't quite sure why. When they went to investigate it, they encountered a small pink-haired gnome outside.
Yes, they did.
Who was monitoring the place and had discovered that it was somehow connected to the Broken Sky, who had stolen his life's work, his notes on the Lightfall, and the connections to magic and how. Oh no, the screen's fallen. Focus on me. Look at me. Look towards me.
And you're back in the room.
And you're back in the room. So they had stolen Loban Trogdor's notes, and so he was investigating them. And the group decided to team up. It's not going to work. They decided to team up to investigate further. Trelemar had tried to enter under a disguise and had seemingly convinced them to let him in, when Loban's more impulsive nature led to him knocking one of the men asleep with spells. And then there proceeded to be a big kick-off fight with people shooting from the baluster and all sorts of nonsense going on. You investigated further, you tied up the main guy, you interrogated him for a bit of information, and you found out that there was a Broken Sky base connected to this brewery. You went downstairs again in your disguise. Trelemar hid himself as a member looking to join and to just find Xandar, who's this other drow, and was led to speak with a woman called Victoria. And they had a bit of a back and forth of believing each other, deceiving each other, believing each other, deceiving each other. And eventually she cottoned on that Trelemar was not what he appeared, revealed his illusion, and but he managed to talk his way out of it and convinced that actually he was here on personal business, and she offered him a job of joining the Broken Sky, seeing that there was quite a lot of potential. She started taking him down into a safe house built into old ruins beneath the city, where the rest of the group followed. And just as they were trying to sneak up on Trelemar to find out where he was going, this woman discovered them. A brief battle ensued where she cast Lightning Bolt, heavily damaging the party. And Juto, to everyone's surprise, surrendered, and offered to join the Broken Sky in order to get back at Korak. There was a tense moment of who to trust, who not to trust. And eventually, Loban and Elora were taken prisoner and locked away with the two remaining injured tieflings. And then Trelemar and Juto witnessed a ceremony where a blue-skinned dragonborn, a giant muscular dragonborn man, offered to the third tiefling the final chance to join them before kicking into a very large and deep-looking hole. And then that was pretty much where we left things, with Varesh, this dragonborn, hearing out Juto and Trelemar, determining that perhaps they would be given a chance and that they would be tested, and then being led away to the barracks. Couple of quick things. So obviously Cam is not with them, so Trot is going to be playing a temporary character. Wald, a temporary character, who is a Broken Sky recruit. And just very briefly, to explain why Elora is not here. So with you, Loban, Elora discusses with you a hatched plan. She is going to sneak away and go and get help from the city officials, from the city watch and the guards. She explains all this to you. She basically tells you to act as if you tried to stop her, like, don't put yourself in any danger. And she says the same thing to the tieflings, but, and after much convincing, they allow her to go. She transforms, she casts a spell on herself. For those of you at home, she casts Pass Without a Trace on herself, maintains concentration, wild shapes into a rat, and then scurries through the bars under the door, and then begins to make away. And that's the last thing you see of her.
Purple rat.
A purple rat, yes. But in the dark, it's quite hard to tell. She clings to the shadows and basically seems to just vanish from sight. And that's my hand-waving reason why Elora's not here this week.
And not dead.
And not dead, because Katie would probably kill me if I killed her while she wasn't here.
Via proxy, I'd die.
Yes.
Matt would die.
Everyone would die.
Everyone would die in this room.
Yes. Juto and Trelemar, you are led through a series of ancient stone-looking corridors. You are led by numerous guards, and Victoria, the woman who had previously attacked Juto and had tried to recruit you, her blonde hair kind of trailing down behind her. Varesh detours away and doesn't follow you. He heads off in a different direction, but you are basically led to a stone room which has been set up as a temporary barracks, and it's quite large. It looks like it probably houses around 30 or so people, all bunk beds, small chest for each person kind of in the room. There's several tables there for eating and relaxing and that sort of thing. And you notice that you're not alone. There's actually quite a few people here who look a little bit out of place, or like that they might be new. There are also several guards who you can see wear leather armour. They've got the crest of the Broken Sky emblazoned on their chest. They've all got hoods and cowls. They are armed with crossbows and swords, and they're very heavily armed. You notice none of the other recruits have any weapons. They do seem to have bits of armour and things like that. And as you enter, Victoria gestures towards the guards, and she's like, well, the first thing I'll need you to do is leave your weapons with these guards. You will get them back once the trials are completed, but for now you are to be removed of any weaponry, and this includes your, and she points to your arcane focus, which allows you to cast spells, and includes your implements for magic, I'm afraid. And she kind of gestures to about 5 guards who are, you had 2 with you, and there are 3 in the room. 2 of them step up and they just hold their hands out, ready to receive your gear and things like that. So you hand over, you're just going to hand over your weapons and everything. They take that. One of them steps up to you, hands open. Please.
I grudgingly place the gun down in his hands.
Do you have any other weapons? Now, for those of you, because I know you guys, still learning some things to do, you could obviously try and hide weapons on you as well. You can do things like sleight of hand checks to try and hide things if you want to try and keep something. But it would need to be small enough, like a dagger or, a bolt or something very small that you could easily conceal on your person.
Yeah, that's it.
You're not going to bother. You're just going to hand it all over. Yeah. Kim?
I have shurikens and a short sword, but I'm going to hand
You're just going to hand it all over.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both hand over all your equipment. She basically goes, oh, very kind. I was expecting a bit more of a complaint, but it's always nice to see people who are willing to follow orders. She gestures and she's like, you're welcome to choose any of the beds. I believe some of them have already been taken. I will leave you in the company of the guards. We will come fetch you when the trial is ready. I have some preparations to make. And then she exits through the back of the room. As you look around, most of them seem to be young humans. They're all kind of wearing street clothes. There are about 5-6 people that kind of stand out a little bit differently. There is a very young-looking half-orc. He's still about 6 foot, tall. He's got a scraggly goatee beard. He's kind of wearing rough leather clothing. He's got various braces on it. He's got 2 pairs of braces on his arm, but his hands look like they've been cut up quite a lot. And he's kind of looking at the back of the room. He's leaning up against the wall, arms folded, kind of casting a shifty eye around. There is another gnome. This one looks very different to Loban. He has almost like a very grey skin to him, dark amber eyes. He's wearing a loose tunic. You can see he's sat at one of the tables. He's busily chatting away to a group of these normal-looking humans. He almost doesn't seem to stop talking. He's like telling some story about some girlfriend of his or something like that. You kind of catch snippets of it. Eventually you hear like an eruptor of laughter coming from all these men. There is also a female-looking woman. She's wearing a female. She's wearing again kind of leather-banded armor. You can see she's kind of got like quite a hard-set face. Her hair's tied back into a very short ponytail. Looks very utilitarian, as if like something that would be very difficult to grab. Very, very short kind of hair. She's just kind of casting a wary eye around. She seems to be pacing a lot more than the others, like constantly walking up and down, waiting for something. And then the other 2 is there is another woman, but she looks exceedingly plain. She's wearing very tattered-looking clothing, and you can almost see. At first, you mistake them for what you think were like bracelets, but actually, you can see they are broken manacles. It looks like a pair of manacles that have been snapped, and she just is sat very calmly on one of the beds at the far end of the room with her back to stone, just watching everything. And her eyes are constantly shifting from the activity around the room. And then the last one is just another young-looking man, blonde hair, kind of cropped around his ears, and he is just chatting amongst the kind of asking people questions like, "Oh, do you know what happens next? I've not really done anything like this before. It's quite exciting, isn't it?" And he just seems to be wandering around talking. You are free to look however you want. You are just currently a generic Broken Sky recruit. You are a young human. You've probably become disenfranchised with
all the character creation.
Randomise. Yeah, just disenfranchised with like the Dawn Republic. You can look however you want. Do you want to give a rough idea of what you might look like?
The most beautiful man you've ever seen. long,
More
flowing.
beautiful than Cam.
No. But rugged, tall, blonde hair, shoulder length, flowing, wavy.
Very
Are
kind
you
of
just
Adonis.
describing
Thor,
Link?
isn't it?
Or Thor. Thor.
they
You're
could
describing Thor here.
He-Man. It could be any generic blonde-haired, muscular guy.
Thor.
Excellent.
Yeah, I look like Thor. Specifically Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. So you look like Chris Hemsworth.
I look like Chris Hemsworth.
Nice. Okay. Well, there you
But
go.
I've got tattered, dirty clothing.
Okay.
I think I've got manacles as well.
Okay.
Broken manacles.
Okay. So that's what you see before you. I will get to you, Kath. I'm just kind of setting.
No, it's
this up
fine.
with
You carry
guys.
on. Yeah, no worries.
Would you like to do anything in particular? Would you like to approach anybody in particular?
I am going to.
You obviously
sit
see these
on
guys
the nearest
walking.
empty bed.
You just walk up to it and sit on it.
Yeah.
One
Feet
of
up.
you kind of do that. As you do that, one of like these humans, he's wearing like a blue shirt with like this like hood up on it. It looks like part of like a half cloak. Kind of looks like he may be wearing sort of like blacksmith's gear underneath it, like just a loose shirt and belt with various tool pouches and things like that. He just walks up. He's like, "Oi, Dark Elf, that's my bed."
Not anymore, friend.
Oh.
Well, I think you might be mistaken. That's my bed, and if I don't get it back, well, I can't promise that things aren't going to be very difficult for you.
I've parked myself here, mate. Why don't you find one of the other ones?
He seems to, obviously his initial intimidation isn't working. He kind of like squares up, and you can see a few of the heads have now turned around to this scene that's happening. He like cracks his knuckles, and he's like, "I'm going to give you to the count of 3 to get off my bed. 1, 2."
I hit him.
Okay. You don't need to make an attack roll. Like he's completely unaware. You just turn around, and what kind of punch are you gonna like? Sucker punch, or like back of the knee, or what do you want to do to him, basically?
What do I do?
Glorious.
I think a straight punch to the back of the head.
You just calmly walk up, and as he gets to, he's like, and he just reels and he collapses onto his knees. Doesn't quite knock him out.
Can I do like a fucking nerve pinch?
Just you kind of go up to him and you just grab like a nerve point, a pressure point in his neck. He's like freezes up. He doesn't become paralyzed, but he just cries out in pain. He drops to a knee, and you've just got him in this pinch. He's like, get off, get off, get off! And he's like just screaming at you as you've just got him in this like locked hold, basically. What do? Just let go of him, or are you going to keep hold?
I'm gonna keep on.
He's like, please let go!
Whose bed is this?
It's your bed! It's your bed!
Thank you very much.
I let go.
And he's like, and you can see there's quite a few snickers that go around. The young man with sort of like the short cropped blonde hair, he just marvelous. The gnome is just like, well, she sure showed you, didn't she? This one's a feisty one, not like those other tieflings. They seemed a bit more dour, I think. And it's just like, there's kind of a few murmurs around and things like that. The woman at the back of the room just doesn't say anything. The pacing woman just kind of like crosses her arms and kind of gives it like snot. She seems to kind of have it like, she kind of like looks at you with a like, yeah, you show them sort of thing, kind of look of appeal. You doing anything, or you just kind of
I am watching amusingly, assessing the situation.
Okay. Right. After a few moments, the door opens and Victoria again enters, and she's like, right. And following her are about, I'd say, 10 more of these Broken Sky guards, all with the gear, with weapons out. They're like, right, everybody. And she points, and she was like, you will now be split up into several groups of 5. She points at you, and you, and one of the generic-looking, like just random Broken Sky recruits, these young humans, pushes you to the side. She points at several of the other groups and splits them all up. And then these guards come over with what look like Hessian bags. She's like, you will now be blindfolded and led to the first trial. Any objections? Yes.
Right, my lover. I don't like tieflings, so I don't want to be part of this group. Thank you.
Well, I'm afraid that's not your choice.
Well, fuck off then. Fine.
Can I have a short rest?
Oh, yeah, I should probably say that this whole, like, while you've been in the barracks counts as a short rest. So
Okay,
you can
so-
spend hit dice, you recover any abilities. Sorry, that was my bad.
Remind me.
Same with you as well. You have like an hour of just resting in this prison.
Right.
So a short rest. If you've taken any damage, you can roll your hit dice to recover hit points back. So on your character sheet,
Yep.
Matt, if you can just help point out. So your hit dice is just below your hit points.
You're 8, right?
So how many do you have
Keep
there?
rolling until you feel like that's enough.
46.
So you can roll up to 4d6,
Right.
but you also get to add your Constitution bonus to each one. So what's your Constitution score on your 6 main abilities?
Magic Constitution.
So if it's
Scores each
14,
roll.
that's a +2. So
Constitution +4.
oh no, that's saving throws. Sorry,
Oh,
this is just
sorry,
the
my
raw
bad.
modifier.
Oh,
Sorry,
right,
it's
yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
14 +2, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so +2. So every time you roll a d6, you get to add 2 to that, and you can spend as many of those as you want. So you can roll it and then see how many hit points you get back each time.
Okay, so
Choosing
just do
to
it
spend
4
more and more.
times and then
Well,
that's it.
but you can choose to roll it once, see how much you get back, and
Right.
say, okay, I still need more. I'm going to roll another one. I still need more. I'm going to roll another one. But you might max out earlier than that,
Yeah,
depending
yeah,
on what you roll.
yeah, okay.
So you can recover hit points as you need to.
Right.
I don't think you took
I
any
didn't
damage.
any damage.
So you get spell
Once.
slots back.
Yeah.
That's the main thing for you.
Come
you
back to
healed?
full health.
Yep.
Miss V.
So that was 6 plus, so that's 8.
Yes.
So I do it one
What
more
was
time.
your name again?
1, 2.
Wald.
Yeah,
Is that right?
unfortunately, yeah.
Right,
Sorry.
Wald. You're. I think you're one of the. You've just arrived today, didn't you?
Yeah.
What is it?
When do I get the cool armor like everyone else?
If you complete the trials, you will then be given appropriate gear.
What's the trial?
You're about to find out, my love.
Why can't you just tell me now?
Because that will ruin the surprise.
Just imagine Chris Hemsworth with a Bristolian.
I am. I really am. He's also topless.
Are you all good?
Yeah, and also my,
little bit
my
greasy.
spells that I've used, 'cause
Really
I've got
greasy.
spell slots.
So you can use sorcery points to recover them.
Right,
but
but they're
normally
long
they
rest
don't
things.
come back until long rest.
Right, okay,
yeah.
cool, that's
But
fine.
you can, if you've got 4 sorcery points.
Yeah, but I've still got those.
So you can spend 2 sorcery points to get a first level slot back,
Yeah.
or 3 sorcery points to get a second level spell slot back.
Okay, no, that's
So
fine.
if you
I'll
wanted to, but you can also do that in combat. That's a bonus
Yeah,
action
yeah.
for you to do.
Okay, so I'll just leave it for now, that's fine. But I'm full health again, so that's fine.
Okay, you, what you assume to be some sort of jailer comes in, and he's just like, right, you 3. Hang on, wasn't there a 4th one of you? No, doesn't matter. He's just like, right, come with me, and you can see there are 2 guards. He's like, you're being given a chance to, prove that you might be worth something to the Broken Sky and might be able to join their ranks. All you need to do is survive.
Wow.
And he gestures forward. The gate is opened. He seems initially he goes to unlock it, and you quickly, because you unlocked it before, you quickly just pull it so it does lock again.
Okay.
He unlocks it, opens it up, and the 3 of you are pulled out. Hessian bags are placed over your heads, and then you are basically led away by these guards. Unless you want to struggle.
Well, just before I get led away, can I just sort of say, what of the tieflings?
Oh, they're coming as well.
Okay.
They're coming as
I
well.
don't struggle, I just...
So the 2 tieflings also don't. They just seem to be glad to be not being tortured.
Yeah.
So they are basically lifted up. You're having these Hessian sags, and then you are pulled away.
Okay.
All of you are led through. You are kind of all told to hold onto a rope, and then guards lead you individually through what you assume to be different corridors.
So we're all Hessian bagged.
You've got a Hessian bag. You can hear
Tagged and tagged.
ruffling sounds. You can hear muffled things. You know that you're still on the ground. You can kind of feel cold stone beneath your boots. You do obviously get the sense you do go down several sets of stairs, and also several kind of sloped. It feels like natural stone, almost like a rough, collapsed hallway or something like that. But you feel yourself going deeper underground, and you are led through multiple ways. Eventually, you definitely hear that the groups of you are split up, and it's you 3 and the other guy with you, and then you are also split off on your own at one point as well. And eventually, you are led to a point where you hear a heavy metal door creaking open, scraping against stone. You are pushed through it, and then the door is shut behind you. You immediately get the sense that you are also now amongst 4 other people. You are basically put through, and you can hear breathing and kind of mutterings and coughings of other people. And then that's it. You hear this door shut. Your hands are not bound, but you are just left there, basically. You have no gear. You have no weapons. Any of your spellcasting and weapons are taken off you as well.
Okay, right.
So you are taken off nothing.
I'm gonna try and grab
The bag.
my bag and tear it off.
You tear it off. You look around you, and you instantly see the tiefling girl that had nerve pinched before. You see a small gnomish creature. You can't see his face, but you can see that there's obviously a small gnome. The dark elf, you can tell by his arms and things like that, and it looks like just a generic looking guard. You also notice you are standing in a natural looking cavern, which is this one. And for the purposes of today, Trot, I have another mini for you.
Thank you.
You're going to be this guy.
That doesn't
Sword
look like
man.
Thor.
He does not look like Thor, I'm afraid, no. I don't have
Didn't know
a
my
Thor
description
mini.
until minutes ago.
So there. So you pull this off and you see yourself in... It looks like it's natural looking stone, but it looks like it's also... You can see worked stone splitting off in either
Is there
direction.
any crystallization on the walls?
Not so much. There's you can definitely see that there's kind of old growth. There's like fungi and things like that, but no like crystallizations. But it does look like the natural stone has then been carved into more work stuff as it goes out further. You can see behind you there is a very sturdy looking metal door with just a grill plate there. In fact, actually, give me a quick perception check as well.
9.
No, that's all you see.
Can I take my hood off as well?
Yeah, so you kind of all realise that you can take these hood offs, and you now see that you are with Juto and Cholamar. You've been reunited with them. You also see 2 humans, one of which looks like Chris Hemsworth, and the other one who looks like Tom Hiddleston. Just for the sake of it, yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's say that's what he looks
Best
like.
day.
Kind of like a curlier-haired Tom Hiddleston.
Okay.
The other guy kind of like looks around quite nervously. Just doesn't really know what to say. There's definitely this moment of kind of eerie silence. You 3 can give me a perception check, please.
Yay! 1.
You're
fall
blind.
under
Starting
yours.
off today strong.
Actual natural 20.
Natural 20. First one. Ding,
14.
ding, ding, ding.
Congrats.
Yeah.
So you, and I'll give you a bit more information, you notice that hovering at the roof of the cavern, ever so slightly glowing, but it almost seemed kind of somewhat invisible. It's kind of got that shimmery, opaque look to it. There is a sphere. It just seems to be hovering like in the sky. You know, through a bit of arcane knowledge of yours, it's probably something called an arcane eye.
I have that artificer's law as well, which is double proficiency.
Yeah,
To, like, check
so it's
stuff
not
like this
technological, it is purely magical.
Yeah.
But you're kind of familiar with arcane works as well, you're a researcher. It's a spell which basically kind of allows, it's like like a magical security camera. It allows you to see anything that is within its radius, basically. And it's kind of sitting in the ceiling semi-invisible, and it's just watching this room, basically. Do you guys say anything just quickly? Or like, you have like, this is like all happening very quickly.
Right. What's your names? Looks like you're going to be in Karen for a long time, so...
So as soon as I recognise that I'm with Nishing and Chelamar, I just kind of like say, "Some plan that turned out to be," and sort of like look at you.
I'm just staring at you.
What plan? What plan? No one's given me their name yet. Come on.
Sorry, Loban. Nice to meet you.
Right. I'm Wold.
Wold.
Yep. You
That's
may
a
know
nice
me
name to
from
say.
Where's Wold?
Wold.
Famous book
Yep.
that I read once, and didn't publish myself. I'd never appeared in it, so weird. What's your name?
Trilamar.
Weird. What's yours?
Why do you not like tieflings?
You know, weirdos, aren't they? Are you weird?
You can see at this point the other human that was with you has like kind
I
of
look like
backed
Chris Hemsworth,
himself
don't
off. He's kind of like backed himself off, and is kind of putting his back against the
Juto doesn't know
cavern.
who
You
Chris
can
Hemsworth
see
is.
as well in the room there is what appears to be kind of very much standing out is a wooden-looking crate and a barrel. Just kind of stood next to this, a large stalagmite which is kind of in the middle of the room. It looks like they've been placed there on purpose.
Here, other one.
What do you want?
What are you doing? What's your name?
My name's Ethus.
Such a weird name.
Shut up,
Where are you
Wald.
from? What?
That's a weird name.
Wold's not a weird name. My brother, my sister, my mom's called it too.
Fucking country boy.
Sorry? You say that to my face.
Excuse me.
Country boy.
I got
How can
punched in the
interbreeding produce such a fine specimen of a man?
face. I'm busy punching him in the face. I punch him in the face.
Yeah, you go to punch him in the face. Give me an attack roll.
call my mum that.
Assume that you have like a 4th level character's proficiency bonus and normal
Natural one.
Natural
Oh
one.
my God.
You go to swing and he just like ducks out the way, like very casually, just kind of like. You just swing way too wide. You stumble and knock into the barrel, which falls on its side. The lid kind of comes off of it.
You're a plot device.
The top comes off of it, and a very coarse sand all pours out onto the cavern floor. And it just kind of stood there.
I'll let you have that one.
Yeah, sure. As you say that, go on.
Steve, can we get the map up on the screen, please?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Steve, I don't know if we want to switch to map cam. So you guys probably can't see that much of it right now?
Nope.
I think it's the left side rather than
Yeah, I don't know
right.
if we can move it, yeah.
Either way.
But anyway, so I'll carry on and we'll hopefully get that moved. So as the punch goes wide and he swings and stumbles, a voice seems to echo, kind of seemingly coming from nowhere. You get the sense that it's actually being projected through the arcane eye at the top. And it is the voice of Varesh. Let me just...
Everyone's favorite dragonborn.
Welcome, recruits.
Whoa.
You may be wondering what is going on. I'm here to inform you of the first trial of the Broken Sky. Welcome to the test of strength. What you stand in was once a temple to the mighty Cord, god of battle and strength. I have repurposed it to determine that those who wish to serve Her Majesty are strong enough to become her army. There are very few rules in this trial. Very simply, the last 5 who stand will join our ranks. The rest will be cast into the pit and thrown to nothing.
Oh, good.
How you accomplish this task is up to you. You may do so through any method you wish, but I favor action rather than inaction. Your weapons and tools have been taken, but I have done the grace of placing several amongst this labyrinth. If you can find them, you may use them as you see fit. And one last warning. You are not alone. This temple was once home to guardians and beasts that the disciples of Cord had to test themselves against. I believe that they still roam these halls. So, as it getting a shadow.
Just the camera.
Oh, nice. There we go.
There's a wire across Mark's face now.
Just improved it, frankly.
Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate.
Thanks, mate.
No worries.
So yeah,
Steve's trying
Steve's
to
trying to
say
send this to us.
I'm hearing
Mike
something in my
in the
earpiece
way.
Yeah,
here.
mic in the way, but that's fine.
Got it.
It's fine.
I'm just
can deal with
moving it when
We'll move it as we
that
need to.
segment
Um,
is most important.
So yeah, this voice kind of echoes through. He's just like, the trial begins now.
So would I know about the security camera thing? Can that hear us as well as see us? Or
Yes.
just see us? We can do
Yes.
both. Okay.
It can.
So I'll just make a few cough sounds and sort of like gesture towards it for anybody
See
who
it's a
hasn't
note
noticed
like.
it already.
He's already got cave right in his lungs. That sucks, mate. No cure.
Can I search through the barrel of sand? Like, see if there's anything more in it, or if it's just literally sand?
Yeah, you can do. You start searching through it. The other human like goes up to the crate that's next to it. He's like, oh, that's a good idea. He starts prying it open. Give me an investigation check.
Here.
15.
Now they're all working together. We best all be on the same page. No backstabbing, no wild swings, none of that. Right?
No racism against tieflings?
Exactly. None of that. Trelemar.
I think
You don't
you're
find
the only
anything in the barrel?
person who's done anything like that.
Racist.
Yeah, well, if it's his first swing's anything to go by, he's not going to be much fucking use. We should kill him
I
now.
swing for
Very
it.
true, very true.
Okay, give me maybe make an attack roll.
That's average 12.
12? That's enough to hit him.
Fuck off.
So, because you're not trained in arm strikes, you just do damage plus strength bonus. So, I think that's... No, it's as in you do 1 point of damage plus strength bonus.
Oh, right.
Because you're not trained in combat.
So that'll be 3.
So 3 points of damage. You just kind of clock him, and he's just like, ah!
None of that back chat.
Give me perception checks, you three.
17.
17.
11.
11.
4.
Give me a quick sleight of hand check.
20.
20. Yeah, like this punch just connects. It just like knocks the guy. It's just kind of like a bunch of blood kind of splats out. He's just like, I'll fucking kill you if you do that again.
Buck off.
We're supposed to be fucking working together, you prick.
No.
He doesn't seem to find anything in the crate. He's just like, he fucking like tosses it. Like this guy seems really pissed off. He just like knocks it off on the floor. He's just like, you fucking come near me, I'm gonna kill you.
I've lost interest. So, where did that voice come from? Is she in the room somewhere? Or he? Is it he or she?
Russ is
tell.
very masculine. Big blue dragon.
Big blue dragon. He must be in the room somewhere.
I hate to be the one to inform you, but we are being watched right now.
I knew it. Where is he?
Like, point up towards the black
Well, he's not up there,
shimmery
clearly.
globe thing.
What?
He's not up there, no, but there's a thing. That thing.
What?
Thing.
Is there anything
That
in the
magical
sand?
orb up
No,
there.
you
It's a
did
seeing
not find
eye.
anything in the sand. It just
It's an eye.
tore through
Captors,
it,
yeah.
and it looks like it was filled with sand to make it feel like it had weight. But yeah, it's just like this coarse, very very gravelly kind of like sand. Looking at it, you might be able to like if you threw it in someone's eyes, it would probably be really horrible. But there's not anything buried in it really. So
Right, so...
and then there's just it's just that, and then the scattered crate that the guy just tossed to the side, and then you can see that there is a work stone-looking corridor to the south that you can see. The lighting, by the way, is very dim. It has a very dim glow from a kind of faded torch on the wall. You can see just barely sort of through this cavern and into the next, and then there is a similar. You can see that the natural cavern gives way to a work stone corridor leading off to the northeast.
So we have a barred iron door
Yep, behind you. Yep.
behind us and
There's kind
two
of-
exits.
Imagine the stone door is like here, basically.
And there's two corridors.
Yeah, there's one which is technically going south, but I guess it would be north for you guys, and then one going to the east.
So which way do we go?
Oh, you know. We pick one, we don't split up.
There's no other crates or anything around, or
Not in this room, no.
okay.
Here, let's make him go forward. What's his name?
I'm fucking
At
doing
this.
that.
Evie?
At this.
You fucking go forward.
No. I think you're the least liked in this group. I think you should go forward. Am I right? High fives. High fives. None.
At this point, I'm kind of thinking about the tieflings that pleaded with me to like save them and stuff. And I'm like, I really don't have time for this, and I just start bumbling down that way.
Okay.
Alright, he goes forward. Never mind.
So you're going to head this way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you start heading off. You can see Loban, this little tiny pink gnome form, just jogging off into the corridor.
I follow him, but as I do, I kind of take a handful of sand.
Okay, and take a handful of sand. So as you begin making your way, Loban, Loban starts disappearing into the darkness away from your vision, like the light sort of fading around behind him. Even those of you, because I think everybody except you has a dim light, so you can see quite far. For you, outside of this room, it's pretty much pitch black. Like you can't really see anything. There is a very faded, old-looking torch in a sconce on the wall next to the door, but that's about it. The other human, the Ethos, he bends down to the barrel that he kind of knocked over and like pulls off like a large bit of wood and just is holding that as like a makeshift kind of club weapon, but it looks very flimsy and brittle in his hands. Loban, as you start travelling down, the first thing you come across is you can see that the stone corridor of this place, definitely becomes much more worked, very intricate in a way, and immediately on to the side you can see that there is a small alcove, what appears to be a barrel, and there seems to be kind of like a glowing ember coming from the alcove's centre. It's almost like a sink kind of built into the stone, and there is a pile of embers which are very faintly glowing.
Okay.
You also notice that there are several dangerous-looking folks.
Cool.
We'll use this one as well. So, kind of stood around some of these.
Have they noticed me yet at all?
So, what I need you to do is give me a stealth check, because they are quite preoccupied.
So 17.
At this point, just from Loban, please.
Yep.
He's the only one that's moved far enough down.
17.
17. Okay. Okay, so as you going and you start hearing this muttering, this scraping, and they seem to be what you think is going through a barrel of contents. They're pulling out various bits of, you don't really know what, you can't see, and they seem to be investigating these alcoves. You can hear them muttering like, "Come on, quick! We need to find some weapons. We need to make sure we're ready." And you kind of stop and you immediately back up and you tuck yourself into this alcove, just out of sight, like ducking behind this barrel, and they don't seem to have noticed you yet. What are the rest of you three doing at this moment point?
They still in the room?
Yeah, everyone's currently still in the room.
I think we should.
The other human sort of gets behind you, and he seems to almost be like, he seems to have seen what you did to the other guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm in safe hands here." He's like,
Lol.
"Fucking come on."
I think we should follow the pink-haired gnome. Don't split up.
Yeah, let's get in there.
I can't see
Yep.
shit. I don't know how he went in there.
Stealthily though.
You're gonna stealth up. Give me a stealth check.
17.
17.
Do you have
What are you
any
doing,
bonuses to
Juto?
stealth?
You stay where you are.
I'll keep
You're
going.
gonna
You got plus
What
3.
do I've got +3. Oh yeah, so yeah.
20.
go. 20.
Sorry.
You're a stealthy move. I also need stealth checks from everybody that's moving their way down.
I'll be right at the back.
Natural 1.
21.
But I'm right at the
Well,
back.
don't feel too bad because I did also roll a natural 20. So as you guys start moving down, Loban, you still seem to have gone unnoticed, but as you guys are moving down, Trelemar, you're also just fucking blending in. Trelemar just blends into the
I got a
night,
21.
basically. Yeah, that's, you've got 21 and you got 20. So you two basically, like, quite very quietly move along the sides of the corridors. You're moving quite stealthily. You're trying to be quiet, but you just, like, trip and you scuff a bit on the stone floor and you have to kind of catch yourself. And as you hear him do this, you just see these three kind of snap their heads around, like, "Huh? Who's there?" And you can see that at least one of them has what looks to be a nasty-looking dagger that they found, and he's kind of holding that out in front of him. And that's going to be initiative.
He's got a dagger.
Yes.
Well,
Natural 20.
Oh, here we go. Straight off the bat. Fuck knows.
Dex.
6.
21.
Okay, give me a second.
Very slow bastard today.
Should have had some base stats.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Could you not pull some out of here?
But then I'd have to level them up and stuff.
No, I don't think you're not going to get like gem stats and stuff. I mean, basically, just assume like you've got like.
It'll be very similar to camps.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the easiest one to do. So we've got you to
21.
21 initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Wald
7.
7. Loban
6.
6.
On the back,
Trelemar.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Is that? Oh. Did you get a bonus to it as well?
It's 23. Something.
Oh yeah.
I'm helping out to
Yeah,
Trelemar
say.
here.
Actually, this is how you play D&D.
It's too much for me. It's too many words and too many numbers.
Okay. Well, Trelemar,
Just kidding.
what would you like to do? These
Raspberry.
they just basically have this look of they're about ready to fight. Like they seem to have this kind of fight to survive look about them. They see you as currently as a threat.
Here we are.
What would you like to do?
Oh, I don't know.
So just so you know, you cannot currently cast spells because you do
No,
not have
no.
arcane focus or spell components. If you want to fight unarmed, everybody except Juto, you do 1 point of damage plus your strength modifier if you hit.
Okay.
So you're trained in it, so you know how to punch people.
We can parley.
Well, that's what I was going to do. I was going to talk to them.
What are you doing?
Stay where you are. We're part of the trial. We're trying to trial for the Broken Sky. I think we're all on the same side.
Okay, that's what you say.
Yeah.
Okay. Juto.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. Why am I looking like you like that? It's your turn. What would you like to do?
If we work together, we have a better chance of survival.
So that's what you're saying? And you're just currently in peace, sort of like.
I'm kind of ready.
Okay.
But I'm not going to attack unless they attack Trell.
You wouldn't save me, let's be honest.
Just as an aside, is he with
Possibly
me?
Logan.
No, Granamir is not with you.
No.
Because one thing we forgot is when the whole thing in the corridor from the previous session we played kicked off, kind of forgot what Granamir was doing, so I think it would make much more sense that he flew away and has managed to evade capture, and so is not
He's gone to
currently.
Cam.
He is not currently.
He's gone to Cam.
Yeah, it's probably.
Was that Lassie?
He's probably going to get help. I think would be what he would
Good
try and do.
Good lad.
So you're going to ready an action. So the way it works is your action, you're going to ready it. If somebody tries to attack Trell, you're going to attack them instead.
Yeah, just get in the way of like their attack.
So you're going to try and defend it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Wald.
Really? Was 7?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Might have rolled 2.
I just start shouting, Hunger Games! And I'm
Hunger
going to duck
Games.
behind a wall and be hidden.
Okay. So you're just going to like duck in.
You are such a meat shield.
So you like duck in. You see like there's this tiny gnome sort of like now kind of underneath your
Get out of
legs.
the way.
Like you're
Let
both
me in.
kind of like hiding in here. So you're just moving in there.
Is there a barrel there?
There is a barrel there. Yeah.
Can I check inside?
You can. Inside, you find that there is a. Where's my place?
A +3 greatsword?
No. No. Inside, however, there is a sickle. Sickle, which is a D4 of slashing damage. It is a
That's
simple weapon.
unwieldy.
It's a simple weapon.
D4.
Yep. So you basically pop the top, and it takes you your whole round because you kind of pop open the top. You start scrabbling through. There's like lots of cloth inside, but eventually you kind of find like a leather-wrapped handle. You pull it out, and there's this curved sickle-bladed knife.
All right.
So you've pulled that out, and you've got that now as a simple weapon, which you are proficient in.
Look, gnome.
Hey!
Loban finds that. Loban, so that's your turn. Loban, what would you like to do?
What was the glowing embers bit?
So it seems like as you're stood inside this thing, you can now feel the heat radiating off them. Built into this kind of curved alcove, there is a kind of stone basin, and it's filled with what seem to be like glowing hot embers, like coals, like charcoals. And it seems to be glowing. Written on the basin in an inscription is...
These are hot. Do not touch.
Warning, do not touch. Yeah, exactly.
It's written in a very old version of Common, which you're familiar with. You're a researcher. You're a smart guy. The translation is roughly "Pain is the road to victory."
Well then. Shit. I'm currently in stealth, right?
You are currently. They have not spotted you. No.
They're going to do something though. Can I grab said bowl of embers and sort of chuck them down the corridor?
Because
towards
it's
them?
stone, it's like built into the wall.
okay.
It's not something you can
I'll
pull
just
off.
ready to make a move if they get come past.
So if they come past
Yeah.
you, you're going to. What would you? You have to
I would
specify what you want to do.
Grab them with my shocking grasp, like grab an ankle or something. with a
Unfortunately,
shocking
you
throw.
cannot cast spells until you find
Oh,
spell
no!
components.
Bolocks.
You can't cast spells.
Okay, well then I'll just like trip one up or something.
Okay, so you're going to try and trip somebody up if
Yeah,
they try and run
yeah.
past you. No, that's perfectly fine. Right, so as like you're kind of saying this to them and everything's happening at once, they kind of turn to you and they're just like, "You heard the Dragonborn. Only 5 of us can survive."
Didn't say which 5. If one of our group fall,
They're like,
Yeah, there's one I really like to kill in our group, to be honest.
"All right, then we'll only kill 3 of your group."
take him.
What?
He's racist.
They basically like they just seem to have this moment of like they try and do the math in their head and they're like, "All right, yeah, we'll leave the 2 most dangerous looking out, which is basically you 2, and then the rest that they seem to go for." So they,
Well, actually, they don't see Loban, so...
that's true. That's true. They only see 2, so they basically target the 2 humans. The guy who had picked up the stone club Ethos is just like, "What?" He like turns to you like. He has this look of like, "What are you doing?" Like, as these guys start rushing towards them to fight, basically.
Cheers, then.
No chance of a parley then? I'm guessing not.
Well, no, because like as far as they're concerned, like there's only 5 people that can survive.
Okay.
You're gonna have to fight at some point,
Fine.
so that's the way they're thinking.
New Juto is peaceful and loving.
They can't actually all
up.
get to you at the minute. They can actually only one of them can get to Wald. So he's gonna hang back.
Fine, don't worry about it.
So the one with the knife actually rushes towards Wald and goes to thrust towards him.
Here, that's pointy.
6 to hit.
No, that doesn't.
He's like pings
I
off.
don't know what my.
He does get 2 attacks. Use the same ones. Just use Cam stats.
I'll remove this.
Imagine you've got
visceral
cancer.
mail.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll just be. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
And 12. So he like slashes at you twice, but you kind of like dodge out of the way as these two blades. come
Tieflings, that's
back.
why I'm racist.
In fact, actually,
Where's your racism now?
the other two
Enhanced.
will just move up. Now, you, as he goes to slash, you get a chance to try and trip him. So what I'd like you to do is just do a dexterity check. So it's a d20.
Yeah.
What's your dexterity bonus?
+1. So it is 9.
9. So you try, basically, as he steps forward, you like literally try and grab his leg to try and hoist him to the side. But he's a lot stronger than you expected, and you kind of like pulls his leg, pulling you out of the shadows. You kind of like, you kind of just get pulled forwards, like stumbling out of your way.
Thanks at least for the help.
I'm trying.
Trelleborn.
Okay, who's nearest to me?
So you are currently back here. You were kind of stuck amongst the shadows. Technically, you were a bit further up as well due to your base is very awkward. You are currently just stood kind of behind this wild guy and just
Right.
back from the alcove. There's a guy with a knife right in front of you who seems to be trying to hack at this human.
Is there
Am
only
I-
one of them that has a knife?
Only one of them that has a knife. Yeah.
Is there any way that I can get to the embers? Or is that guy in the way?
Yeah, you would need to walk past him, or at least get within. You'd need to. Actually, no. If you, yeah, the difficulty is that he's currently there and he's currently there, so it'd be a tight squeeze to get in. So I'd say, yeah, it's difficult terrain, but you can do it.
Okay, I've got gloves on, so I'm going to try and dig some coal out
Okay.
of the thing.
Okay. So you plunge your hand in.
Yeah.
So as you do it, you suddenly get this realization of these aren't normal coals. These are actually very magical, and the gloves aren't helping with the heat.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Oh bugger. 5.
5. You just instantly pull your hand back. You don't take any damage, but it kind of takes your turn of like, like you suddenly realise there's something magical to these coals, and that it's not natural heat. There's something about it that you're not quite sure. But yeah, you just like suddenly you have to pull your hand back in pain.
They're warm. Don't
Got that.
Unfortunately, that's your action to kind of interact with that in a sense.
Okay.
In a sense, Juto,
Does magical fire still affect me? Because I'm obviously fire damage resistant.
you take half damage from fire, but it depends on the circumstances. Like you still feel pain, and things that are hot are still hot. It's not like you can just touch like a burning iron and stuff like that. It's just that you do take less damage from it. So magic, whether it's magic or normal, doesn't matter. It's still fire resistant.
Okay. Who am I nearest to in terms of bad dudes?
Bad dude, you're quite far away. So the closest one is you're near Wild, and he currently has a man slashing at him with the knife. You can sort of move up and past Trelleborn to get into if you wanted to start fighting him. But he's like focused on this human guy, and he's just like trying to stab him.
Yeah, screw it. Oh, so I'll go towards the stabby guy.
Yep.
Can
So you move up, slink through the stone corridor.
I throw the sand in his face?
Yeah, absolutely. So you throw the sand in his face. He makes a dexterity saving throw. Nope, he fails. So you kind of throw this sand in his face, and he's just like, and he like starts clutching at his eyes. He's got the dagger in one hand, and he's like, damn it! And he's like trying to rub his eyes. Seems to like temporarily blinded him. Did you want to attack him as well? Mm-hmm. I'd say you can attack him as a bonus action with one unarmed strike, like a normal flurry, because your action was to throw the sand in his face. But I'll say you can get a quick punch in with your martial arts.
So it's a
Unarmed strike.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Easily hits, yeah. Your fist connects in with his ribs as he's blinded. You technically had advantage on that attack as well because he was blinded.
7.
7 points of damage. You punch into his side, and you just hear like a rib probably snap. He's like, as he clutches his side.
Brutal.
And yeah, he's just like, he doesn't knock him down. It doesn't seem to put him down on the ground, but he definitely is injured by that attack. He's like clutching at his side. That's Juto's go. Wild.
I'm going to take the opportunity and sickle the shit out of his face.
So you have, so he has, you have advantage against him because he's currently blinded.
Good. That's good. 13.
13 hits.
Oh,
You
good.
slash across his chest.
There's of sickle damage.
Plus dexterity modifier.
Is it a finesse weapon?
Yeah. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it is. If not, that's very dumb, and I'm going to make it one. No, it's not, but I think that that's really stupid, and it should be. So yes, it is.
Then 4.
4 points of damage. Ho whopping.
Okay. See what I can get.
Yeah, no, you just kind of slash against him. You just cut through a lot of the clothing, but you can see that it does cut across his skin. He's like, ah! It's just like blinded and getting beaten up. There's just like a low groan that kind of echoes out from everybody. Yeah, he's just like clutches at his chest. You can see his 2 allies now are starting to look a bit more cautious. They kind of put themselves in a defensive position. Loban, what would you like to do?
So I can't even do like cantrips, right? That's like on anything at all.
Until you find something like an arcane focus or spell component pouch, because the problem with magic, even cantrips, they require. Let me check actually. I might be wrong.
I'm thinking I've got telekinesis for light items.
You got mage hand, haven't you?
Yeah.
Let me just check on some of these.
Mage hand. It's like the Infinity Gauntlet, but
Yeah.
not.
No, mage hand is
Exactly.
like 10 pounds you can move.
So those magical holes can be thrown into someone's face with my mind.
Yeah, I think they have. Most of them seem to have verbal. Or I should have checked this actually before I took all your things away, so I could tell you exactly what you're doing. Never mind. Oh, okay. No, that's just verbal and somatic. So it looks like. So what you might want to do is, if you've got a player's handbook there, I can give you mine. Is just check individual spells, and if they have under the components section, as long as they have V or S, you can cast them. So any and the same goes for you as well, Matt. Like any spells on your list where under components it has V or S, as long as it doesn't have an M. If it has an M,
Oh, so I can actually use my Eldritch Blast.
yeah, it seems to be.
Holy shit.
That's my.
Oh, he's back in business!
Yeah, so basically, yeah, any spell that doesn't have an M, which is a material component, you can cast.
Telekinesis has a V and an S.
Yeah, that's telekinesis, much higher level spell. You can't cast that. Mage hand, you can though. So yeah, you can cast Mage hand, Kath.
Right, well, in the interest of time, I will do said mage hand on those magical hot coals and throw him into the face of our blinded
The guy's face.
fellow.
Okay, so give me
He's having a real bad day.
a spell attack. So on your spell sheet, there's one called spell attack bonus.
Yep.
So
Okay.
roll a d20 plus add that. And basically, you're trying to hit him with the coals, basically.
13.
13. You fling like a few of these coals, and as they pass out of the stone basin, they seem to very quickly lose a lot of their heat, but still enough to hurt him. But like they don't seem as hot anymore.
Okay.
And you watch as the stone basin actually seems to almost fill back up with them.
Ooh.
So you fling that out at him. Say do a d4, just a d4 damage for this one because they are like just like minor coals basically.
It's 2.
2 points of damage.
That'll do. That'll do.
And you can see it seems to like burn him and seem to scald his skin and things like that.
Yeah.
I think like because I can't remember what other cantrips you have, but things like Ray of Frost I think you can cast as well.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the handbook.
Yeah.
now.
So as long as it doesn't have a material component, you can still cast it.
Okay.
Right. So that was Loban's go. You scald him with these stones. On their turn, sensing danger like this, the guy who's blinded, his other 2 friends now kind of try to rush up and help. One of them attempts to leap over the barrel, or leap on top of the barrel, I should say, to start fighting other people.
It is open, right?
Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah. In that case, maybe you just kick it out of the way if you've kind of taken out the stuff already. Yeah, I think you just do that. You just, like, kick it a bit. Whoop.
That's a good kick.
Kind of, like, kicks it out of the way, and steps up. And then the other guy can't really get to anybody. He is going to attempt to move through his friend. Juto, you get a free attack opportunity as some guy tries to move through your threatened space. So you get a free punch.
It's a threat.
You really want to do this?
It's you or us!
16.
16, yeah, you hit him. So give me an unarmed strike damage.
7.
7 points of damage. Again, you just punch into his stomach. Ugh! You can kind of feels like you knock the wind out of him. But they all do now get to attack. So the blinded guy is going to try and swipe at you again, but he has disadvantage because he's blinded. It misses completely. The other guy is going to. He's going to try and punch you. There's one guy, he's just literally got fists and he's just trying to punch you. And then there's another guy who is going to attempt to punch at Juto. The one against you is 13.
Nope.
Nope. It just punches, like, deflects off your studded leather armor that you're wearing, and attempts to punch you. Also misses with a 10. So just like flailing at you with these like fists as they're just trying to punch you desperately. Juto. No, Cholamar.
Who's nearest to me?
So you currently have a guy
Is it
right
Ram
next to
trying
you.
to punch
Yeah,
me?
you're currently like where the barrel is, effectively, and there's this guy who's currently
The
trying to
question
fight
you're
you.
really asking is who's going to get Eldritch blasted?
Well, no, because I was thinking about trying to grab said man and
Dunk him
dunk
into
his
the coals.
fucking face into the coals.
I knew you were going to do that! I was thinking about doing that. I was like,
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, you can do that if you want to.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so
Alrighty.
first, what you need to do is you need to
Ah.
give me a grapple check, which is normally an athletics check.
I have 0.
On
Natural 20!
Oh, shit.
I rolled
Holy
a-
shit!
I rolled a 4 on his acrobat on his.
break his neck.
You grab the guy, and you just like you catch him off guard, like he's not expecting you to leap forward. You grab him by the collar, you just pull him towards you, grab the back of his head and his hair. He's like, ah! He cries out as you just dunk his face first into these coals. Brutal. Technically, the first thing he has to do is do that, which he fails. He's like, ah! As it burns him. I'm gonna say this is quite a bad amount of damage that you do to him. So,
man's face is getting melted off.
oof, yeah.
He's really taking a beating. Yeah.
You just hear him cry as you can start to see some of his skin start to like pop and
Ooh.
burn and melt. It's really
Lovely.
horrible, but you're just like holding him down desperately.
How's the smell?
And he's just like, he's flailing desperately trying to fight.
Quite
Like
good.
delicious
Like
chicken
pork.
nuggets.
Juto, your go.
I'm just going to stare at Who is...
Take it in for a moment.
Who's fighting me?
So you've got
Who's-
2. You have like, there's the blinded guy on one side of you who's just currently, it looks like he might just be getting like the last of the sand out of his face, and he's like trying to blink through it. He's currently trying to stab up this wall guy, and then you've got a guy behind you who's the one who tried to punch you.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the blind man.
Okay, I'd say that, yeah, until the end of your round, so you have
Yeah,
advantage
you're
of your
right.
attacks against him, so you roll twice, take the
That's
highest.
yours.
Oh, thank you.
16. Natural 1. I'll take the 16.
16 hits in the first
Yeah, me
attack.
too, actually. Then we've got 3 that I can't do. Just that one.
6.
6 points of damage.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, again, you just deliver another strong blow, this time like, punching him in the arm and just like feeling like, several large dents almost in his skin now from these powerful blows. Bonus strike, unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Still an advantage, so
15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
yep, you've got an advantage, so you might as well roll again because you might get a crit.
Natural
Oh, she
20.
did! She did! There you go. And that's why you always roll twice with advantage, even if the first one is a very high number. So you crit, so you double the dice damage.
Boom.
So what
Them
else?
ribs.
Kill him.
So 6. 6.
12.
Wait, yeah.
No, so the way
Oh,
the
wait.
crits work is you roll,
Okay.
whatever the dice is, you double that, and then you add your modifier on top.
Okay, so it was 2, 4.
Roll it again. No, just roll it again for the sake of like learning what to do.
1,
So it becomes a 2,
2,
and then add your modifier on top.
6.
6. So it is 6, but we got just to explain how it works.
We got that.
She has to learn, everybody.
With that one, you just crack the guy on the side of his neck, and you hear something break, just a snap, and he just drops to the floor.
Okay, can I grab the dagger? Or
Not in this turn. Like it literally clings to the floor next to him as he just kind of collapses onto the ground. But yeah, you don't have time because you used your bonus action to do the other strike. Wild.
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 I'm gonna continue to sickle the shit out of this.
Well, the
guy
blind guy's now on the ground.
Yeah, he's dead.
behind.
Oh, you're going to go for the other guy that was trying to punch you?
Yeah.
Cool. Yep, so you just turn around and you now start slicking him. You don't
Slickle.
have advantage.
I don't have advantage.
So he's not blind. Oh, actually, no, he's the guy that Trelamar's currently burying into the thing.
just coming
I'd say
off his
you
back.
absolutely do have advantage. He's grappled, he's restrained.
Well, 12.
12 is enough to hit him.
Okay.
I mean, he is having his face melted.
That's why he has advantage. Another 6 points of damage.
Six
Now he's
sickles.
gonna get like a sickle in the back.
Yeah, so yeah, like as,
Poor man.
as you're like holding him down, you just see this human come up and he's like, "Ugh!" slashes him deep across the side.
Jesus,
Deep
what?
red wound starts
Oh,
pouring
Jesus.
blood.
You probably can't even feel it with his face
Just
just
like-
like melted off.
I'm trying to ease the pain
It's
of
all
your
kind
face.
of happening at once as well. So, and just as you put his head in there, then this massive cut. It's horrible.
Jeez.
You should have said parley.
Move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay there.
You're going to stay there? Okay. Loban.
So that guy's still alive who's getting done in.
Just barely, like, he's like directly above you at this point.
And then we
There is
I have
another one trying to fight
Punch him in the
Juto.
nuts.
One's fighting Juto, and then there's there, or is there one more?
That's it, just let those two
Those
guys left
two.
now.
Okay, I think I will use. I'll just use the shocking grasp on the guy who's getting his face done in.
Okay.
Why not?
Get involved.
Get a bit of skin somewhere, just
Yep.
hold on to him.
So spell attack bonus, you have advantage because he's grappled, so you roll twice, use the highest.
What a bad day.
19,
Roll it, see if you get the 20.
an 8. So
Okay, so the 19, he's gonna get-
It's 24, but yeah.
Yeah, 24. So shocking grasp, I don't know how much damage it does. I think it's a D8.
Yeah, even
Should we just say yes, it is?
get there
No, 'cause
faster?
people will be mad. And also, it won't take me that long to find out.
I'll learn these at some point. I'll
No,
get
it's
my own
fine.
books and I'll
It's
start
D8
learning.
points of damage,
Okay.
and they can't use
D8.
reactions.
Okay.
I'd like to think that this poor
Concentration.
man didn't actually want to join the
It's not
Broken Sky.
concentration.
Well,
He just
it is-
like got dragged
Shocking
along with his
grasp.
mates. And he was just
Yeah,
like,
he
oh,
was
go,
out drunk
go,
with the
yeah,
lads.
Up to
go
10
on
minutes.
You're looking at silence there, man.
Yeah.
I was like, why would shocking grasp have concentration? Like, you're
I
crazy.
focus really hard.
How much
It's
damage?
7 points of damage.
So you just-
Can I just like?
You're almost like
right in
mercy.
the-
You're in the
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of
In the
almost like
testicle.
merciful because you just knock him out.
Okay.
And it's just like, and it just courses through his system like a taser,
Mm-hmm.
just knocks him out cold.
He's done.
And he just kind of goes limp in your hands. Do you want to pull him out of the fire? Or are you just going to leave him in there?
I'll pull him out. I'm sure it's going to be a very
Do I have
horrible
a bonus action
sight.
that I can use to pick up that dagger
Huh?
that he had? Can I bonus action the dagger?
I'd say yeah, because you've still got your bonus action, whereas Kim, you just reach through, and you're also small, so you kind of scurry under their
Yeah.
legs. You pull up the dagger, and you've now got this
It's
little
from the
dagger.
charred body that we've just
No,
sliced.
the Dagger Man
Dagger man.
is the one I was fighting.
Yeah,
Who's dead?
but because the thing is Loban still had his move
Yeah,
and his
so
bonus
he had
action, so
the-
he like scurries under the legs, picks up the dagger, and
So he's
then
near
gets
me
it.
now.
Yeah, he's gonna move Loban too.
How many people are left?
Just
One.
one. And at this point, as
that's
Loban does that, the guy just looks and seems like he's about to book it and run. Juto, you get an attack of opportunity as he starts running.
Grab him. Grab him, I've got an idea.
Is it a racist idea?
No.
What are you grabbing him? What are you doing? You're attacking. You got an attack of opportunity. What do you want to do? In fact, actually, no. No, that was last turn. Don't mind me. You have one reaction per turn, and you used it last turn when he tried to move past you. So this is a different
Have we
turn.
already got some damage on him? I already
Nope.
punched him, didn't I?
Oh yes, he did. Yeah.
I punched him once.
Yeah.
Oh fuck it, I'm having a bad day. Punch him again.
Kill.
I said, look, I offered, I
know
gave
you
the
did.
hand a piece, and they
True.
said no,
I
so I'm
know
going to
you
punch him in
did.
the nuts. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
That
No
definitely hits.
survivors.
No survivors. Survival of the fittest.
5.
5 points of damage. Okay, he does still survive. He is still alive. As you punch him in the back as he starts running away. As he does, he's also this Ethis guy, the other human that was with you, just tries to like baseball bat him with like this piece of wood that he has. Misses, unfortunately. There you guys.
Shit.
And then he'll use his second action just to run and escape. And yeah, so you just hear him just running off down the corridor like screaming as he goes.
You should have joined us!
Shout other people in here.
Just move that a bit. So yeah, so now you can see that you've got these two bodies on the floor. You can see that the remnants of the barrel that they've clearly gone through and found this dagger in. You found the sickle and this other one that you found, and then you just got these guys laying on the floor in front of you now.
Can I investigate the stone basin?
Yeah, so you find the same thing. So there's this stone basin built into the alcove. There is an inscription in Old Common that reads, "Pain is the path to victory." And they definitely seem to be unnatural
Get
colors.
to know that bloke.
So my artifice law thing says I can do intelligence double proficiency bonus to intelligence checks related to magical items, alchemical substances.
Magical items as well. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
all technology. So,
So
everything.
you can give me a Arcana check.
Okay.
So then you
So
add an
it's
extra
21.
2. 21, wow. So it would technically be 23 as well because you add your proficiency bonus again. You kind of have a quick study of these stone braces, and you can see their magic is more divine than arcane. It looks like this is obviously being put in as a trial to worshippers of Cord, and you have a feeling that if somebody can place their hand in and keep it there, that there will be some sort of boon, there will be some sort of reward for proving one is strong enough to endure the pain.
Right, okay. Is there any way that I could do a prestidigitation, I can't say that word, spell to make my hand immune to be able to leave it in there for a bit or anything like that?
I mean, prestidigitation you can do minor tricks with. You can do things like, make coins disappear, or make food taste nicer, or change the colour of a piece of cloth.
So I couldn't or even use the telekinesis to sort of push the coals away and just have my hand in. So
You can
not
try it.
touching
You can
my
try
hand?
something like that. Yeah, you can try.
I'll think
Remember,
I'll try
I
and
have
do.
I have fire damage resistance, so
That's true.
it could
Well,
be I'm
I'm going to relay
You're
what,
still gonna
what
do it,
the Dungeon
yeah.
Master said to you
Yeah.
to see if you want to try.
But you still
and-
want to do it as well.
If you
I think
still
we'll both
wanna-
try and do it.
yeah.
Okay, so you try the mage hand thing.
Okay.
Weirdos.
You try and kind of you push the coals aside.
Yeah.
And you start placing your hand in. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Because what you find is as you put your hand in, the coals seem
11.
magically they seem to reform where they were. Like you can't seem to force them away.
Right,
Like
okay.
even pulling one out, you saw it kind of
Just sort
regrow
of
back.
flying and, yeah.
11. No, you have to pull your hand out. It's too hot.
Okay.
You can't do it.
Maybe Machine can take care of this. Maybe Machine can take care of this.
Are you gonna give it a go? I would say you can have advantage on the saving throw because of your fire resistance.
And it's Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
Do I want to make it Dex?
Nope. Because it's more about enduring pain. But you have advantage.
Natural win. 11, 12. No, 11.
11. Even you're just like there's something about it's not normal. Like it's definitely there's something about this enchantment to make it.
What's
about
wrong
pain.
with everybody trying to touch your coals?
You do it.
What? Why? Such a bad idea.
We'll get a reward.
Really?
Well, the gnome did tell you, that
Yeah.
there was something magical.
Relayed
that
that
you would
to
get
everybody,
like
so-
some sort of boon.
We might be able to get some good.
Can I try again?
You can keep trying, yeah.
Can I just offer this dagger to anybody who wants it? Because I've got plenty of magic spells here. So does anybody want a dagger here at all? Any blades for
I
anybody?
got a sickle.
You got a sickle, so you're okay. Juto.
What's equivalent?
Ethis is like, I'll
Yep.
take it.
Oh, right, yeah, you can have it.
Don't give
I've
it
got-
to him.
oh,
Don't
cool.
give it to him.
What's the
Too late.
equivalent to a guandao? Like what?
Quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff, yeah.
Yeah.
So a dagger really wouldn't be. Much.
I mean, your punches are about the same as a dagger at
Yeah.
this point. Like,
Daggers are
your
useless.
punch is as strong as a bladed knife. You're just like, wha-cha!
Wow.
They're pretty much a
Can I
studded
check the
sword.
body of Melted Face?
Yeah, you check the body. It looks like that they, like you, they have their clothing and any armor that they had, but they don't have any extra weapons or any kind of gold or anything like that. It seems like everything's been taken from them. It looks like you've all kind of been battle royaled into this dungeon and given what you can find.
Could I take the melty man and put his hand into the basin?
Yeah.
Can I do that and see what happens?
Yep.
It's worth a try.
This is getting weirder.
You kind of put it in there, and it's just like, and you start to see the skin starts to crackle
Cool.
and bubble and burst.
Smells lovely.
See, that's what happens.
Starting to feel hungry.
I
Yeah.
think it can tell he's dead.
How long are you? Do you take it back out? Or are you just gonna leave it in there?
I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay.
He comes alive and becomes a dragon.
Every time something goes in there, it like
He is
increases
a
the-
dragonborn.
Something's getting stronger.
Look, he's
whenever
looking
that
at his little
happens. I
monster
think.
manual as well.
It's Korak.
Korak comes out with Varesh. They are now friends.
Cool.
Cool.
So, coming from this corridor down here, you suddenly hear a violent scream, as in somebody dies in agony. And then silence. And then as you're kind of like looking around, you're looking at the basin, you're looking at the bubbling man's hand as his arm it now sets on fire and starts working down his body. You just hear these heavy metal kind of footsteps.
I think you might
And
have
it seems to
summoned
be
a big
coming from like this direction. It seems to be coming from the southern.
fast.
Maybe let's
Is
go
there
the...
something about victory.
Yeah, pain is the way to victory.
Pain is the road to victory.
Don't tell me you have to fight that thing. I don't want to fight that thing.
I think we better,
Escher, fight that thing.
Should we try
I
and
think we better run away.
Let's hide, at least.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I'm going to get in the barrel.
It is very small, but you can try. You kind of
Maybe
get
I
like
should get in the
you kind of
barrel.
get like your 2 feet in it, and you're trying to wiggle down.
At
But
that point, I realise this is a bad idea. I get
Uh,
out.
give
I'm
me-
gonna lay it down on its side, in the corridor.
Oh, for God's sake.
you can't. You're like you suddenly realise you're stuck. Like your legs are currently stuck in the barrel.
Help!
As Wall notices, like as you look over and this human's like, "Help! I'm stuck!" and he's like trying to jump out. You
Help.
start to see the shape of a figure coming round the corner. It looks like maybe like a 6-7 foot tall armor, kind of metal-looking humanoid with an enormous axe and a helm split into just 2 burning
Help.
red eyes. Ethis kind of looks around. He's like, "Holy shit, we better run!" And
Distract
he
him,
just
Ethis.
runs. He just runs.
No! Oh, for God.
He like pushes past you. He's just like, "Screw you! You're on your own!" and starts running off.
Oh, someone help me out this bloody barrel.
Give me a strength check or a dex check, whichever you prefer.
11.
You're kind of like, you managed to get 1 foot out, but the other foot is kind of like you realise it's got wedged on like some like iron fittings inside the barrel, and it's kind of hooked on. So you can move, but you've kind of got this stumpy
start
barrel foot,
scraping
like
away.
a guy with like a bucket on his foot, basically.
Yeah.
Which way do you guys want to go? You can see that there is a large 20-foot wide corridor that seems to lead off, or the way that Ethis run, which seems to be heading further down this corridor.
Let's go towards Ethis.
Yeah.
Stay together.
Power in numbers.
together.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a vent.
So, you guys start running down. Ethis has disappeared. You all begin making your way down here.
Is he still stumpy?
Yeah, he's kind of like hobbling along with this bucket on his foot, basically. Just like clunk, 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 clunk. It's very hard to be stealthy while you currently have this barrel on your
Can I
foot.
try
You reckon you
and
could probably
shake
get
it
it
off
off
again?
but- yeah, you probably can do like once you have enough time. But eventually you kind of get away and you stop hearing the large metallic footsteps of whatever this creature was that was
Could have
coming
been
around
wanting
the
to
corner.
help us.
Really?
Hey, guy.
Well, he killed the other guy.
So eventually you come to the end, and it
killing
seems that
everyone.
the corridor splits off and turns towards your right. And now you can start to hear the sound of quite heavy rushing water coming through. And as you round the corner, let's move all the figs.
We need to move the map to the right, Steve.
Might need to move the map to a bit of the right.
Possible.
As you move down, you can now see that there is, it opens up into a large open space. Again, you can see fragments of worked stone, but there's also a natural cavern here. A large stalagmite comes down from the ceiling, and running alongside it seems to be part of what was probably once the Old Templars broken away into now an underground river, with a large pouring of water flowing out from an outcropping and flowing down, and eventually leading into a hole which seems to dip even further down into the earth. And it seems to be running alongside. Just as a quick thing, can everybody tell me what their perception bonuses are?
Ooh, what's going on?
1.
Stream's going mental.
Yeah, having some problem.
Oh, we're having some
Having
issues?
some problems.
Unnatural perception.
Yeah, just your-
Passive.
Yeah, passive
13.
perception, basically.
13.
13.
Kim's 11.
Oh, wait,
So,
sorry.
what's your perception bonuses?
Where was that?
2.
2, so that's 12 passive.
Perception's +1. Is that what you want?
11, yeah. So it's basically your passive.
There we
Oh, there
go.
it is. Sorry. Yeah, I couldn't see it. It's in a separate box.
Yeah.
11.
That looks so good on camera. That water.
Yeah, it
This
does.
is it.
Nice. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Nice. Are we back, Steve?
Yeah, I think it's all.
Okay,
It was
cool.
graphical glitches.
There's graphic glitches. Well, so you see this cavern, and yeah, from what you can see, those of you, as you kind of move down to this room, you can now see that there seems to be some sort of glowing magical orb embedded into the wall, which seems to be giving off a soft dim light, just enough for you to be able to see. Those of you, the rest of you, can see quite clearly with your dim light vision.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see it opens up. There seems to be a small, like, little passageway off to the side, which leads into a smaller room. And that's pretty much what you can see from this vantage point.
Can anyone see that big iron thing chasing us anymore?
You do not appear to. It does not appear to be following you further.
Right.
You can see probably about here before it gets too dark, and it doesn't emerge from the darkness after you. Yeah. You do you faintly hear just its footsteps, but it doesn't come any closer.
Can I check the small room in the side?
You absolutely can. So you move in and you make your way around. So you kind of move up to this little entryway, and you can see that it was probably once sealed off, but it looks like a lot of it's crumbled inwards, and it's probably once a secret room or something. Inside, you can see two things. There is a chest and a barrel in there as well. And laying on the floor further around the corner, there appears to be a suit of armor, a crossbow, and a sword lying on the ground as well. And I just need you to... In fact, actually, I've got your passive perception, so it doesn't matter.
Is the suit of armor magical?
You can't. You don't have the ability to know whether it is or not.
I'm staying away from it.
It looks like leather armor. It just looks like, basically what somebody would wear on them, like leather armor that's just laying on the ground.
As he lived through his monster manual.
No, I'm just checking something for future reference.
What have you found in there?
Can I look around for any traps or anything like that, or do a perception check for traps?
Yeah, you can absolutely give me a perception check. Of course you can.
Natural 1.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
You see anything?
Well, no, like Juto, just there's nothing. There's no immediate threat.
I'm gonna get impatient and walk up and say, "What have you found?" and have a look in.
Yeah, you see the same thing. So you kind of look. You can see two barrels.
Bloody hell,
you can see
armor!
this armor, a crossbow, and it looks like a pack of bolts and a short sword on the ground as well.
I'll take that if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take the armor, start putting it on.
Suddenly it comes to life.
Can I go through the
Okay.
barrels? Here we go.
So
The suit of armor was
Wald-
animated. God's sake, Wald!
Better Wald than Juto.
So Wald moves up, and you actually you step inside because the armor is kind of in this little spare room over to the side. You kind of step in, you step over, and you kind of go to step in, and you reach out with your hand to reach for the armor and the crossbow on the floor, and your arm kind of feels goopy as it goes into some sort of oozy jelly.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And
Oh, look
it
who's
is.
got new toys!
The gelatinous cube of
I can't quite fit it in the room. But yeah, you kind of this sizzling acid feeling overcomes you as you reach your hand in. That's initiative, everybody.
Goop!
Oh no! Oh my
And this
Gelatinous
is something you
cube.
100% can't parlay with.
Can I parlay?
Man, the stream's having a whale of a time.
Is it going crazy?
Yeah, it's mental.
High rollers!
16.
Juto, 16.
16.
Wald,
Wild! It's oh, that's me. 8.
8. Loban,
16.
Last time.
Trell,
11.
11.
Gelatinous cube.
Ethis first.
Oh, yeah. I thought you went away.
He did, but he's still
We caught
around.
up with him.
I still have to.
He's
check
in
what
the
he's doing.
jelly cube.
He is the jelly cube.
It's the jelly cube.
Okay, technically the user has initiative of -2, but it just means it's going last. Right. The other thing I need to check in, can I space where cruiser is subject to the cubes engulf? That's disadvantage on the saving throw. So I need you to make me a saving throw, please, Wald. You have disadvantage, and it's a dexterity saving throw.
9.
That's with the disadvantage, yeah, it's 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you are, as your thing, it kind of sucks you in. It's like, and sucks you into it. On a failed save, the cube enters a creature space, so it's kind of like, it pulls itself into you more effectively, and you're going to take some damage. You take 6 points of acid damage. You are currently restrained, and you cannot breathe.
Oh, God.
You're basically, as you see, Wald. At this point, I mean, I need no. So you're kind of like Wald is like sucked in. And he's like, and you can see his Chris Hemsworth face just like stuck in this. Basically, you can now see it. Initially, when you looked in the room, it was invisible, but now you can see him inside it. You can see this kind of very slight gelatinous texture to this cube, this 10-foot cube that is slipping through the stone walls.
I do not know what to do.
Well, that's you do what you think you can do, and it is Juto's go or Logan. You guys can decide
Where
who
are
goes
the
first.
barrels? Are they the other side?
They are
of
at the
this
far end of the room.
group?
Yeah, like they are basically. It's kind of
Okay.
hard. Let me move this out of the way if I can.
Can I smash a barrel open?
In fact, we'll just move him out.
How did
Can you
move?
put the figure inside the thing?
I can't, unfortunately.
Oh.
Like on the official D&D one, you can, but this one, the Pathfinder one, I can't take the bottom off.
Oh, what a shame.
It's annoying.
Dang.
It would have been really cool.
That would have been cool.
What would you like to do? It's you two can choose who goes because you both.
Well,
have
Juto's
similar
closer, so I think
Okay,
we should go
Juto,
first.
what do you want to do?
Can I smash the barrel and like try and pry a plank off of it?
Yes. Yep, easily. You just kick with one swift kick. It smashes. You can see that there's, again, a bundle of cloth that seems to be inside, and it looks like there is some sort of weapon inside, but you don't have time to glance what. But yeah, you just smash it with a kick. You pick up a plank of wood. I'd say that's probably your action. Just to smash it. What would you like to do?
The cloth, like what is that like? What is it like?
It's
A
just
long
like bundles of like bed sheets, effectively. It's just like linen, spare linen.
I want to try and like essentially poke something into the cube to give Ward something to hold on to.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I
you've
just
got,
can't
you've
tell
got
if
the wood
it's
that you
cloth
can
or
push through.
linen. Like would be better.
You don't know
Okay, I'll try and stick the
the plank.
in.
So you kind of push it through, and it does. You can see that it does start to eat away at it. Like the acid is burning away at the wood, but for the time being, you've put something through, and this piece of wood is there. You can move, but it's like.
Can I like ready an action that if the goop tries to like come up, I can pull?
You can't because you used your action to smash the barrel. So
Sure.
it's the way it works is you have to sacrifice your action to prepare ahead. But so what you've done is you've effectively given him advantage in getting out potentially.
Thank you.
Loban.
Racist.
So you're currently like in here. You just hear this cry of like "Bruh! Help!" and then like Juto like reacting to something.
Yeah. I'll sort of move forward until I have like line of sight.
Yep. So you get to about here. You can just about see this now. You can see it now. This translucent cube-like thing. Give me a Arcana check just to see if you know about gelatinous cubes. Same with you, Trev. Actually, ahead of time, just make an Arcana check.
20.
Yeah, I was gonna give you
9.
advantage as well. So you're like, I have no idea what this is. You have heard stories that obviously in the Underdark, oozes and things like this are quite common. This is a gelatinous cube. They are quite tough, but they are very slow moving. And basically, anybody trapped inside them, it dissolves organic matter, leaving any inorganic matter remaining. Which is why they often trick adventurers, because things like swords or gold will just sink to the bottom, and then people get sucked
That's
in.
why they are, is there?
Generally, the longer somebody's in there, they dissolve very quickly. So you don't have any information. You don't really know what it's affected
No.
by. You do know, obviously, because it's an ooze. It can't be things like you can't charm it, you can't blind it, you can't make it,
Charm
you can't make
ooze.
it tired. Yeah, you can't do
Ooh.
those things. So
Can you set fire to it?
How
yeah, you can set fire to
globularly
it.
you are.
Yeah, it's not immune to magic or anything like that. You can damage it. So
Okay.
what would you like to do?
So avoiding the piece of wood that Juto's obviously poking into it, sort of maybe above that. I'd like to-
This thing is huge. Like
Okay.
it fills the space. It feels like a 10-foot cube space. So.
I want to cast Scorching Ray
Okay.
and try to sort of like maybe, I don't know, help.
Hold it back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
just some kind of
make it
decent damage.
hurt it to make
Yeah.
it maybe see if it lets go.
Yeah.
Scorching ray, you say.
Yeah. That's the big
Scorching
one.
ray. You
That's my
create.
biggest spell.
You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl them at one target or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On a hit, it takes 2d6 fire damage. So you're going to make 3 attacks using your spell attack bonus, which I believe is +6,
+5. But yeah.
+5. So you're going to make 3 attacks. Each one does 2d6 fire damage. You do them each individually. So the first one,
Shit.
so you roll to see if you hit.
So it's a natural 20.
Oh,
A natural
shit.
20.
Yeah,
so you roll 2d6 and double the result.
Right. Okay.
So you basically.
So first one then is 6,
Very good.
9. So that's 18.
18. That's from the first ray. So you just
Yeah.
burn this whole, like this bubbling, this smell of burnt jelly just wafts through. Just
Strawberry.
second ray.
Yep. Second ray is 12.
That still hits. This thing is not hard to
Okay,
hit.
and that's 1d6 this
No,
time.
still 2d6,
okay.
but you just don't double it.
Okay. 2 plus 1 is 3.
Now don't forget, you have something which allows you to re-roll damage dice by spending sorcery points.
Yeah, I'll use
So,
I'll use a
so you can spend a
to
sorcery
do
point and
that.
re-roll
Yeah.
both of those
Yeah,
dice.
I'll re-roll those. It's my time to shine. That's another 1 though. 1
6.
and 6. That's 7.
Sweet.
So that's 7. Okay.
And then final attack.
The other thing I need you to do after this is we need to check for wild magic.
Yeah, this is a 9. Turned up to 14.
Still hits.
Yeah.
This thing is not hard to hit. It's
2
super damage.
and a 6. That's 8. So
8.
pull those together.
Wow, 33 points of fire damage. I now need you to roll a d20 and tell me if you get an odd or an even.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
It's wonderful.
Hey, this is what sorcerers do, man.
Not 50%.
19.
It is when you're a guest character. Odd?
Odd.
Let's see
that's,
what
that's
happens.
wild magic. Yeah, that is wild magic.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Basset Hound's coming back
So,
out
yeah,
again.
the reason I'm doing it as odd is because Kath is a guest character. Like normally, like it wouldn't trigger that much, but when he's only here for a few sessions, like
Fuck the guest.
it might be positive. You don't know. So, as these burning rays of fire, Loban just like his eyes seem to light up as he. Did you cackle a little bit?
Yeah.
Just like as these 3 blasts of fire just arch out from him and just like burn away like a good quarter of this cube.
Yeah.
But then you just see that familial rainbow magic just burst out from him, and Loban disappears. Loban, you suddenly find yourself floating in a very strange space-like environment. There are these kind of like islands of like floating rock with very weird distorted landscapes floating all around you. Stars seem to shift and move. You're pretty sure you're on the astral plane.
Okay. For how long?
You don't know.
Okay, good stuff. Astral.
That's Loban's go. It is now Ethos' go. Ethos is doing something else. Trollomar.
It's busy.
Where am I? I'm over there. Well, I'll go over, see what's going on.
So Loban is currently not there.
He's buggered off.
So you just watch as all this happens. What would you like to do?
Eldritch Blast it. Why not?
Get the old
Classic.
classic out.
Yeah.
Faithful.
Yeah, 4.
4 to hit? No, unfortunately. Even 4? Is that
Oh, no,
all
with
your
my attack.
bonuses?
Oh, yeah, sorry, not with my attack bonus.
I was going to say, this is very
10.
hard to do. That still hits this thing. Like
Yeah.
the Eldritch Magic launches out. So it's D10 plus your Charisma mod. 11 points of damage.
It's taken
Again, like,
48 so
just
far.
It's taken 44 points.
Oh, sorry, 44.
44 points of damage.
Still a
The
lot.
Eldritch, the purple magic launches out and just spears through it, carving off another chunk of this gelatinous ooze, but it just doesn't. You don't know how to read this thing, you don't know how injured it might be, you don't have a clue. Vol, you've moved Wald
Gonna grab the plank.
and try and get out.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just check how you do that. An engulfed creature can try to escape by taking an action to make a DC 12 strength check. On success, you escape and enter a space of your choice within 5 feet. I would say you have advantage because of the wood that you can grip onto to pull out.
It's, strength.
Yep.
10.
Even with the bonuses,
I don't have strength bonus.
you don't literally, so it's just a 10 straight up. Righty ho. Okay.
Sinking ever deeper into the cube.
So you desperately try and pull yourself out. You're like latched onto this thing and you're trying to pull out, but it's so thick to move through. It's so hard to try and get out. At the start of your turn, you take
Does one of my hands come out of the cube?
no. You take 9, 13. You take 15 acid damage. Are you still up?
Yeah. Barely.
Your skin is burning and like you can see it start to blister and boil, and he's like as it pulls itself out.
I hurt.
I think the cube would be a far more interesting game show if we
Yeah.
put in like gelatinous acid.
That's just what happens at the start. It still gets to attack as well. It's not going to move, but it's going to a pseudopod kind of tries to Juto.
Pseudopod.
Pseudopod.
What is that?
It's like it's like part of the
tentacle.
ooze kind of
Oh,
like
it's like
blobs out and just. I'm like, ooh, I almost hit
It's
the
the
mic.
microphone.
Just kind of like blobs out. 14 to hit Juto. Just barely. This thing just misses you, and like it splatters some of itself on the stone, and it just like and just like gloops itself down. That's its go. Juto, you'll go. I mean, you can try and reach in and pull him out, but you have the risk of getting sucked in
I
as
don't
well.
want to get sucked in there.
No, that's fine. I just want you to know your options.
He's a horrible
It's
racist.
true. He is a horrible racist.
Can't roll well.
What would you like to do?
If I still like hold the thing out, can I do?
Oh, that's the point. At this point, like, so as you're gripping on it, when you took all that damage, the wood just like disintegrates. You're holding onto like an edge of a burnt stump of barrel.
What weapon was in the barrel?
Do you want to? You have to like pull the cloth
Yeah.
apart and find it. Let me roll.
It's another gelatinous cube.
It's a mimic.
Wait,
That would be
I'm out.
really fucking mean of me if I made one of
Yeah.
that barrel or that chest.
I'll be
a
like,
mimic.
I'm out.
We're
Peace
done.
out.
We're done.
Bye, racist.
Just leave. We just leave.
Just shut the door.
So what did I roll? It's a great club. It's like stuck into the barrel, like it's like a kind of like a Conan-style large lump of wood
Can I
studded
use
with iron. It is a simple weapon. It doesn't count as a monk weapon, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I can't really use it.
You could use it. You just can't do your martial arts with it. But it does D8 points of damage, or if you and it's two-handed. Yeah, that's it. But you can just punch it with fists.
I'm not gonna punch you with a fist. It's gonna acid my fists off.
You don't know that big. What would you like to do? You could. Do you want to use key? You could use burning hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna use burning hands and try and burn it.
Yep. Okay. So.
Except it's technically burning face because I go.
Burning mouth.
Yeah.
Burning
Right.
breath.
Each creature in it must make a dex saving throw. I have -4 to this. I roll a natural 20.
Holy shit.
We're out.
I don't know how to actually explain this. You kind of it still does damage. It just takes half damage. I guess it would kind of like as you go to breathe the fire, because you breathe the fire for your burning hands, don't you? You kind of summon the key, you spend 2 key points, and you let out this gout of fire. The ooze kind of spreads itself thin and like pulls itself back and recoils as
Does
this
it release
flame
wald?
bubbles
But does
out.
it? Yeah. If it goes thin, does this one pop
I'd
out?
say on your turn you can have advantage again because it's kind of thinned itself.
It's one of my
with
hands
the
out of the
attack.
cube.
Maybe, yeah, I'd say like.
Then I put up a middle finger.
You just like. You do 3d6 damage. It's the square one, yeah, normal dice. So roll 3 of those, and it's going to take half damage.
2, 5,
7,
3.
10, so 5. It takes 5 points of damage. With the most amazing lucky roll in a gelatinous cube's life, I think that is.
That is some bullcrap.
Good on you, Jelly Cube.
Yeah, just.
It's about to eat you.
Good on
Fire bad, brr. It just like bubbles inwards as you're just like, and you just see you can look over at Juto who's just like, just so angry.
I am angry, but also he's a terrible racist.
I haven't said anything apart from I don't like tieflings.
Loban, at the beginning of your turn,
Yeah.
you're in this kind of weird space.
Highways in space.
Yes, Loban's in space, babe. Just floating around, and then suddenly you just pop back into existence.
Nice.
Next to Trelemar.
Cool.
You just pops back into place next to you.
All right.
And yeah, you were technically in the astral plane.
I haven't got time to sort of shake it off and just carry on seeing the danger. So another scorching
You
ray.
can cast another scorching ray. Okay.
Yeah.
So each attack, so make it 3 ray attacks.
Holy
Uh-huh.
shit.
He's burning these spell slots though.
17
Hits.
Hits, obviously, and it was a D6.
Well, let's do each attack and then we'll roll all
Okay.
the d6 together at once, and we can if you get any.
17, 2,
Add the bonus though because it's still
7.
That still hits.
Okay.
Holy
Cool.
shit.
This thing has an AC of
And
6.
15, which obviously
15 hits.
as
So
well.
roll 6d6.
Okay.
That's insane.
3 plus 4, 7, plus 6
13. That's 3.
plus 2
15.
plus 3
18.
and finally plus 6 again.
24.
That'll do. Lassie, that'll do.
70 something.
Just roll the d20.
Oh yeah, shit. I forgot about this wild magic bullshit.
This wild magic balls.
No, it's a 9. Shit! It's more wild magic time. Bye everybody.
See ya.
It's been fun.
Wild magic's fun.
Yeah. I'm doing everything I
Okay.
can though. This
Well,
is
the
it.
first thing is again these bolts of crazy fire launch out from the tiny gnome, and it's just burning away chunks of this cube. And you can see now it's actually there's a lot less of it than it once was. Like it's really been
It's just walled.
yeah, it's just like
Surrounded
Carbonite.
by a thin layer of
yeah, pretty
around
much.
this cube.
Gotta find this fucking table.
Punch your way out.
Okay. Okay, so again, a rainbow magic explosion erupts from Loban. To each individual person, the rest of you all disappear. You are all now considered invisible. But you
Holy
are
shit.
also invisible to each other. So you looks like everybody else just vanishes.
So I'm just a silhouette carving.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, you can see the outline of you in the cube, but not you.
Ow.
So yeah, so technically though,
That's
you
pretty
all
cool.
have advantage on your next attacks against the cube.
Hey! It pays off for
It
once.
actually pays off. So yeah, so you just you do that, and again, huge chunks of it are blown away. Trelemar.
Well, I guess because I don't think he is there anymore, I'm just like,
Oh,
he's dead.
I mean, it's also like
But I've
Logan
gone as well,
and Juto
and
also
Juto, yeah.
disappear as
yeah,
well.
shit.
Everyone's just
It
gone.
looks like you're on your own.
Holy fuck.
What would Trelemar do on his own? Run? Fight? Hide?
WWTD.
I don't know.
What would Trell do?
Look for money.
Let's have a dip in the water.
There is a chest inside that room that hasn't been used.
That's true. But there is a giant blob.
There's
There
still a
is.
giant cube,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it has the outline of what's his face. in it.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
That is
You can see
true.
like a silhouette.
I'd say you can give me an Arcana check.
Can we hear each other?
Yes. if you speak.
18.
18. You're pretty sure Loban just made everyone invisible. Like, it kind of, what you're seeing makes sense, and
Okay.
you know that he has unpredictable magic. You know roughly what invisibility is.
Oh, that's a hand situation.
I'll just blast the cube. 17.
17 easily hits.
Yeah. 7.
7 points. Another purple lance just launches out, carves away another chunk of this cube. It's now beginning, you can see it starting to fall apart and lose its form, but it's still going. Wald.
Get out.
Advantage, DC 12.
That's better. 20.
You, last surge of strength, you just pull yourself free, and you manage to eventually pull yourself just out, just next to Juto.
Shit
Just
out
like,
of the cube.
like gasping for breath desperately.
Is it still alive?
Yes.
I got an idea.
So,
Hang on, you can't see her.
engulfed creature can escape
I
from
heard.
matrix action, and a successful creature escapes and then space within 5 feet. So you still have your move and a bonus action left.
Where'd everybody go?
That's true, you can't see anyone. You can see Trell, who has now appeared, because he would have appeared when he cast a spell.
Where'd everybody go?
I think the gnome made everyone invisible.
Right. Got an idea.
Right.
I'm going to spend my entire movement telling you. Lure the cube to the armor dude.
What, the big gold bloke?
Yeah.
Right.
Burn him.
Yeah.
Is that your turn? Okay. The cube, you kind of pull yourself free, and with its last ounce of strength, technically it can't see you, actually.
Disadvantage.
So it can't see you or you. So you both need to give me a dexterity saving throw as it attempts to just move through the corridor. As it's like, bleh.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
That is so cool, isn't it?
It's really good.
20.
Oh, it's such a shame that you can't take the pot.
So you get
Yeah.
20.
Amazing.
Do we get advantage? What
No,
was it?
no.
Oh, 20.
Just normal dexterity saving throws.
14.
20.
14, 20. You both manage to like basically get out of the way as this thing starts moving towards Trell. It kind of goes, bleh, bleh, bleh.
I thought 14 was a death. Cool.
And you both manage to kind of like move to the side or duck out of the way and just kind of
See, it
get
fills a
out of
whole corridor.
If
you just
it
put it around
starts
the corner.
squeezing through this tight thing, it's just kind of pushing itself through. And yeah, it's going to attack Trelemar with a 6. Bleh. Just this pseudopod just whops out and does nothing. Juto or Loban?
I can't really do anything. I have no.
You can attack it.
I'm not touching it.
Okay. So you do nothing, Loban?
I'm gonna back up. Oh, can I check the?
It's currently on top of the barrel and the chest.
I'm just gonna back up.
You just back up in the room.
Yep. Keeping quiet, keeping invisible.
Well, as you back up, you do notice that there is, well, actually, no, it's still in its form. The crossbow, short sword, and armory sword is still in its form currently. So, Loban.
I'll just use my basic Ray of Frost.
Okay.
I guess just a basic spell to see if I can finish it off.
Yeah, go for it.
You could just let it take the armor.
I could, but I've rolled now. 14.
14.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. +5. It's 19.
The icy ray launches out from your hands, and you see that the ray now crystallizes what's left of the ooze, and then it just shatters and just evaporates into nothing.
Bugger.
And you're now finished.
I'm really hurt.
Cool.
Any
That's nice.
healers?
No.
Learn.
Shit. I've got nothing on me, right?
No.
I'm gonna run away. Into a corner. Hidden. I'm invisible, right?
That's true. You are still invisible.
Gonna run away.
Okay. Which way?
Just, I'm gonna run on the spot for a little bit to confuse them with the sound.
Wait, can I not see?
No. He didn't attack. So currently
But
the only two.
but he spoke to me earlier on.
He did. So you have a rough
Right, I
idea,
see.
but he is still invisible. You two are currently visible. You are both invisible. So you run on the spot for a bit, and then you're going to try and run somewhere.
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
stealth back into where the gelatinous cube came from.
Okay. So you kind of like run out and then try and stealth back in, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Stealth
do
check.
some.
First of all.
Natural 20 on the
No, that doesn't count. That is bullshit.
14. 16.
Okay. Because he is making sounds, you can all make perception checks.
I'm
See what this
invisible.
sneaky fucker is up to.
5.
17.
18.
What did you get? 16. So you both kind of hear, you get a rough idea that where he's run to. You don't know that they know that. You just kind of run around and you think you've tricked them. You get to the corner.
Let's go to a break.
Oh, okay. Is that what we're doing? It's time roughly for a break. Yeah, alright, I can do another drink. Alright guys, we will see you in about 5 minutes. We're going to grab a quick toilet and drink break. It is very hot in here, so I am dying. And yeah, we will see you guys in 5 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
For now.
Now hear ye, all you rascals, with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the hero's 12 feet high. He's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise, which he uses when he's sneaking past a husband's watchful eye. He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, wolf, or wizard, and he's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. It's the undefeated champion of adventure, war, and passion, and he sings his song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clear, and a sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking, so I squeeze her right behind. The world is full of monsters foul, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose, propose a toast, his drunken friends and mine. I hear of journeyed far and wide, finding riches, gold, and magic, but he never found his true love's heart, and it made him sad and tired. And one day while he was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
Hey-yo, you rascals, with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high. Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
With uses when he's sneaking past his husband, what's the lie?
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion,
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no party looking so as squeeze her up behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your ropes, propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine.
A hero journeyed far and wide, but it riches, gold and magic. But he never found his true love song, and it made him sad and tired.
And whenever he was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fan from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he was a quarrel, and she carried him to the nearest inn where she nursed him back to life. Well, it fell in love directly, and she married him that night.
So they're off they down the company up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, we ain't here at the side. So lift your rose and toast to the drunken friends of mine. Grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine.
Now hear ye, all you rascals, with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the hero's 12 feet high. He's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise, which he uses when he's sneaking past a husband's watchful eye. He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, wolf, or wizard, and he's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war, and passion, and he sings his song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clear, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking, so I squeeze her right behind. The world is full of monsters, foul, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose, propose a toast to his drunken friends of mine. A hero journeyed far and wide, finding riches, gold, and magic, but he never found his true love's heart, and it made him sad and tired. Then one day while he was walking, he was shot as he was singing, and I've maiden fair from over there with a bow, and she was fine. She apologized profusely, said she thought he was a dwarf, and she carried him to the nearest inn where she nursed him back to life. But they fell in love directly, and she married him that night. So the halfling and the comely elf made a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking, so I squeeze her right behind. The world is full of monsters, fall, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose, propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking, so I squeeze her right behind. The world is full of monsters, all, but they ain't here at the time.
Hello, welcome back. You've just joined us as Kath reminded us of some childhood nostalgia in the form of Mighty Max.
Mighty Max.
Honestly, I've just had an epiphany.
Yeah.
The
Like,
cartoon,
No,
Virgil.
I was thinking. I used to collect these things,
Yeah, the Mighty Maxes.
and for about 5 years, I've been thinking of the name.
There you go.
You've just.
It was the boy
Max.
version
Do you
of
remember
Lollipop.
Yeah.
wasn't
Death
it?
Mountain, the mountain.
Yeah, the big red one. That was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
I'd like to get one of
It's
those
all
actually.
come
Like, I'd
together.
like to try to find on eBay like an
You probably
unopened one.
could.
Here, this is your man.
Oh, yeah.
Old school toys.
Can you source me one of those?
I'll try and find
Mint
one.
condition.
I'll try and find one.
So, after that little bit of nostalgia, welcome back. We last left things with stuff happening. So,
Stuff happened.
stuff happened. So we fought off a gelatinous cube, which Loban pretty much single-handedly soloed.
But I'm
thanks
almost
to-
spent now.
Yes,
so
you did kind of
yeah.
blow your load,
I
so
did.
to speak.
Literally did. Yeah.
And Kim's just cooling down there with a nice cold Coke.
It's
Um,
warm in here.
So I need the three of you to
Oh.
make perception checks because your friend Wild, I say friend in loose terms, runs around the corner whilst being invisible. He hears some noise. You roughly have an idea of where he is. And then suddenly he seems to just pop back into existence. You kind of hear some faint muttering, and then he just pops back into existence.
20.
19.
9.
Fuck
19.
you guys.
The 19 and 20.
Unnatural 20.
You guys natural 20 as well.
Unnatural.
Unnatural 20. What you guys notice is that you kind of realise that the burns he had before seem to have diminished somewhat. Like his skin is not quite as red and raw. There are fewer blisters and things like that. And that's it. That's all. That's the only
Where
reason
is
I wanted
he?
to.
I
So
thought
he
you ran
pops in
away.
just like behind. So he
Oh,
runs
yeah,
back
'cause
to
he-
where the cube was. Just currently standing over like the remnants of the crossbow and things like that. And that's the other thing to report is so there's a few things that were dropped. So there is a light crossbow with 10 bolts, a short sword. There is leather armor, but you will have your own armor anyway. And then there is also the great club that you found in the barrel, and you have not looked in the chest yet. So
Just as we noticed that, I assume we sort of go around the corner to see.
yeah, you kind of like poked your head round because you heard him run round that way, and you were like, and then Juto was stood there anyway. So
Can I just do my artificer's law because it's for magical items, alchemical substances, or technology to see if there's anything going on there that is.
yeah, you can do, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I'm not touching shit.
it's 9 plus my proficiency. Which
So
is
it's-
nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't feel it has anything to do with like magical items or alchemical or something like that. You're not quite sure what's happened, but
Yeah.
it's not those of those nature.
How come so? You're healing quite quickly for a human.
Yeah, I'm a
What's-
mutant.
Okay. Is that
Look, we've all got secrets, alright? I feel better.
fair? Fair enough.
Plus,
would
I
you
look
guys
like
like to do?
Chris Hemsworth.
Where's the other fellow, Ethis, at this
So,
time?
as you begin wondering where is Ethis, you hear a very a human scream coming from the room to the south.
Which one?
This way, yeah, sorry,
Right.
this way. And you can kind
He's
of
probably over there.
This place seems to warp sound quite a lot. Like everything that was kind of behind you is very muffled, but you do hear this faint scream coming from further along in this corridor where you currently are.
Dare I go and investigate?
Dare you?
I'd take a look at the chest first. In fact, screw you guys. I'm looking at the chest.
Okay, you look at the chest. It's sturdy, wooden. It
Locked?
seems to have some. It does not appear to be locked. It has like iron clasps, but there is no locks on them. You just flip them open and open the chest.
Inside is a can of Coke.
Can I do a perception for any like
Yep.
annoying
Jelly.
things? Jelly.
Mimics,
Uh,
dark mantles. Can't remember the other monster that pretends to be the ceiling. There's also a monster that pretends to be the floor.
Wow.
Those are in
Seven.
old D&D editions.
Holy
Old.
crap.
Holy shit, that's great.
7. Yeah, it seems like a normal chest. Just doesn't have locks.
I'm gonna pass it to Troll.
You do realise if there's any good shit in here, it's now mine, so. I will just open
You're
it
just going
up.
to pop it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pop it open. Inside, it seems to have been filled with like this cheap kind of linen just to pad it out. But sitting on top of it is just a battle axe, a very finely wrought battle axe. It looks like just another one of the weapons placed in this, in here.
Yoink!
Is
I
that like a
like
guandao?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Is the club like a guandao?
Nope.
Is there
The
anything?
guandao is a staff. Like
Okay.
the training that you use to attack with it, you can't really apply to any other
Doesn't
weapon.
matter anyway. Like all this stuff I can't use. down. Does anyone want a club?
No.
No. I've got an axe.
Got this.
Great club would do a bit more damage than your sickle currently.
I suddenly want it.
Just so you know, so a battle axe is a martial weapon, so you need to be proficient, which I don't think any of you are. A great club is a simple weapon. It does D8 damage, but it's strength based. You can't. It's not finesse based.
I have
So actually, no,
proficiency
maybe
in
not for you.
simple weapon.
Huh?
I have proficiency in simple.
Yeah, you can use the great club, but it's not a monk weapon. You can't use it in the same manner that you use your guandao. The monk weapon allows you to use things like your bonus unarmed strikes and things like that.
So it'd still be better just to stick to my kicks and punches, really.
Just because you can get the extra attack in, yeah. But like the great club does more damage.
I'll take the club
You can take the club anyway.
to free up your hands.
I mean, you can just leave this stuff if you wanted to. Just leave it on the
Don't want
floor.
other people to get it.
Okay.
Right, let's go down to the screamy room.
Head down this way.
Yeah.
So you guys start
Screamy,
making your way.
screamy room.
Can I have the club?
That's all it is. You just go in there and you have to scream.
Thank you.
There's nothing bad in there.
Sound of dolphins, just like.
I've got the sickle, by the way. He's got the club.
D4.
So, as you begin making your way down to this final, this end room
Wowzers.
at the end of this corridor, the first thing you notice is you kind of see a sense of movement. You watch as Ethis is basically dragged underground by what looks to be a giant warped rat-like creature, like probably the size of a large bear, with its front arms almost like large, like Tyrannosaurus Rex hands. It just bites onto him and he cries out in pain, like reaching out in anguish as he pulls him underground into what kind of seems to be some sort of nest, and it just kind of yanks him under and whoosh, pulls him down into a tunnel. You can see there's a lot of scattered bodies around as well that all just seem to have met a similar fate.
Don't go down that way.
Where's Escher?
what?
S boy.
Ethis.
He's dead.
Alright.
He's been eaten by a rat thing.
What?
A fucking giant rat thing. Just grabbed him and just took him away to either eat him or mate with him. I don't know. Either way is bad.
I join general chat and type looking for one dungeon underground.
You don't get any matches.
Shit.
Server's got no pop.
I hate looking for group system.
But yeah, that's like you can see that there's kind of like it was probably like
fucking
a natural. There's probably like a natural cavern opening that's been kind of worn away and built into like a small room. But yeah, it looks like most of the room is dominated by this large nest and this tunnel, and this rat thing seems to just it looks like a group have wandered in here and been slaughtered.
Yeah, let's just dig.
Are there any weapons or anything? Is there a Guandao?
There you can see.
I
There are no Guandaos.
What is a Guandao?
There is, so lying on the floor, you can see several of these like dead men have got weapons. Some of them, two of them have short swords, one has a spear, but then that's it.
I'm all up for noping out of this situation.
What?
I was gonna say I push Wald. I'm
You
not
can
gonna do
push
it.
him in, you can push him
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
water
do
if
it.
you want.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm
There's
not
this
gonna
river like just.
Oh, my
Awesome next to you.
Do we recognise like the men? Are they from the other one of the other groups?
They
They're
look like more Broken Sky, yeah. They look
Do
like
they have
recruits.
Hessian bags nearby?
Not nearby. You've seen a few scattered as you kind of walk through the corridors.
And there's an
that just
unopened
around.
barrel.
Inside the room there is an unopened barrel, yeah.
I don't think it's worth the rat creature finding out what's in that barrel. I think we turn around
and go back towards the statue.
and just
Or
nope
just
away.
see if he's coming towards us.
Or we lure the rat at the guard
And
and risk all our lives doing so.
I think we'd better just
Yeah,
walk in the opposite direction.
You're gonna just head back?
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
luring stuff.
You're all gonna head back, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys
Bye,
all start making
Ethis.
your way back.
This fucking thing's gonna come and get us anyway, isn't it?
Sudden boom.
As you kind of get back to the corridor, turning around back from where they came, you look down and you can't see the large statue construct anymore. What you do hear is what sounds like muffled fighting coming from the corridor that you know leads off to the south. You can just hear this kind of like like shouts, like muffled kind of cries, and a couple of muffled screams. So it almost sounds like somebody barking orders.
Well, if they all kill each other, are we the only ones left? Let's very sneakily see what's going on.
Good idea.
Okay.
Those
Yeah.
that can actually see down here.
So give me stealth checks, and you're all going to make your way up and like peer around this corner, yeah?
That's not very stealthy at all. 9.
Same.
13.
So 13,
We're
9,
stumbling along.
9,
22.
22. So Juto actually quite gracefully tiptoes, carefully avoiding everything. The rest of you stomp, 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 occasionally like tripping up on a bit of loose flagstone, just making general noise as you're going. Not, you kind of, when you peek around the corner, it's not like a quick sort of like dart. You're like, like just poking your head all the way around. But what you see, and you can see that this room is quite well lit.
Ooh.
About bloody
I
time.
say.
Well, I might as well remove that as well. And what you can see is the sign of quite considerable commotion. You can see the large golden statue
Oh,
stood
bugger.
atop
Having
the
fun.
staircase, currently engaged with what looks to be like several
Congratulations.
engaged in combat with several looking fellows. You can also see, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but there seems to be several others who are all kind of positioned behind some sort of barricade. In fact, actually, no, it wouldn't be those two. I'm using the wrong minis for these guys. So these guys are actually positioned here. Instead, on fighting the large statue appears to be the two tieflings.
Oh no!
Bugger.
You had to use the tieflings.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, what's Juto gonna do?
And then he
Is
in
there a
as well.
Guandao in the room?
There's not a Guandao in the bloody room. But what you can see is, it looks to be like a group of 5 who you kind of get the sense that they've held themselves up here. They've constructed a very basic looking barricade of like crates and sacks. One of them has a longbow and is on the other side of the room, basically aiming it. But it seems that they've kind of left these 2 tieflings who are currently engaging the large construct with its large great axe just swinging in great open blows as the 2 are desperately trying to fight on top. You can see that one of the tieflings has at least been shot once with an arrow. The construct has like a few like sticking out of its armor as well, and it seems to have a few blows and dents in it. But there seems to be just a general fight going on.
Now that's racism.
Actually, technically,
2 questions.
I should add there should be a few more of guys in here as well. Actually, there should be like one there and another one on this side of that.
This is getting worse all the time.
How messed up is the armor?
You can't tell really. Like, it's got a few arrows sticking out of it. It looks like maybe it has a dent in one of its plates, but it's really tricky to tell.
Is that like a... Oh, sorry.
Did we have like our potions and stuff taken away from us?
You would have, yes. Potions, yes, specifically.
Is that like a pit around the stairs?
Yes, so let me read out the description for this room. So what you see is a large, again, this kind of mixture of worked stone and open cavern, but there is this large bridge with a stone set of stairs leading up to an upper platform, and then a large chasm beneath it. And it looks like it's about a 20-foot drop, just into a large kind of shallow water pit, but it's just kind of surrounded by, it's like quite flat-looking walls, and it's just this open, large space around it. You can see that, a rudimentary barricade has been formed, and then there seems to be a number of them who have like grouped up on the other side. There is this part of the wall has collapsed and caved in, meaning it is possible to get across, but it is difficult. It looks like quite loose and rough.
Okay.
It looks like stones all collapsed in on itself.
Did you say there's a pit? I know there's one with water in it, but
So on either side of the bridge is like a chasm that drops down, and it's like a shallow water pit. It's about 20 foot down. It
so it's
into
not
shallow
like
water.
a pit like the other tiefling got kicked into.
No, so this has a floor basically, but it's like 20-foot drop, and then it's shallow water.
And is there like stuff like beyond the stairs?
No, that is a flat wall. I've just removed it so it's easier for the
Okay.
camera to see.
So
So
do they-
imagine that the wall continues around that room,
Right.
completing it.
So do the stairs lead anywhere other than that little?
It just leads onto the other side of the
Okay.
room, basically. It has a very strange look. It looks like the top of it is definitely looks like it was meant for some sort of dueling platform.
Right. Okay.
Well, that's happening.
Am I near like the barrel? You know where we burnt the dude?
Yes.
Okay. Is there still linen in it?
Yeah.
Can I take how long?
Probably like a bed sheet's worth.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, 3 feet.
Okay.
Bed sheet's 3 feet.
I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of like what fucking bed, how much of a bed sheet is like
A king
Like
size
3
bed
meters?
or a queen
6
size
feet,
bed?
I guess. Yeah, like
3
maybe
meters
5, 6
square.
feet. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Use the metric system, boy.
I don't know, like a single bed sheet. I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think in
Three
D&D
meters.
terms. Yeah, 3 meters. There you go. So, I should probably point out that while this is going on, there is fighting. So I'm not going to necessarily take initiative, but I'm going to do some dice rolling.
Who's fighting who?
Look, tieflings.
So the tiefling is fighting, the two tieflings are fighting this giant golden kind of construct-looking
Yeah, that
creature
bit.
with its bronzed armor. But also, these two seem to be fighting these two, and these guys are also firing arrows up and generally interfering. So it's kind of a bit of a mixed melee at the moment. The two tieflings, you can watch. They are using martial arts, but it's nowhere near as refined as yours. It looks like they may have only recently started studying, and they're desperately like trying to punch at this creature. They've got no weapons.
Do I
and they're
recognise them as the ones from
They are the same
thing?
ones. They're Lau and
They
Lee,
probably would react.
and they're just like they're punching into this construct, but their blows are kind of just being absorbed by this thing, and it's just kind of like poof, poof, and then it sweeps down. One of them manages to dodge out of the way, but one of them just cuts a deep gash along the side as this large and very sharp-looking great axe just cuts deep across his chest. He just stumbles back. He almost loses his footing on the stairs as he stumbles back ever so slightly, but then he manages to just about regain himself and kind of goes into a defensive stance. Across the way, one of the archers takes a shot, hits the other tiefling. One of the tiefling who had dodged the axe blade now lurches forward as an arrow embeds into his thigh, and she just kind of like glances down at it, trying desperately to focus on the immediate threat. These two begin basically they seem to be kind of like one of them has a crossbow, and then one of them has like an axe that he throws. The crossbow goes wide, so does the axe. They're basically like trading blows, and they're trying to fight over this barricade with each other. One of them takes a very nasty blow from what looks to be some sort of longsword. And then the other one just takes a quick nick to the neck as they start fighting. What are you guys doing? Nick to the neck.
Who does it seem like the tieflings are with? Those two there. Yeah. Oh no, the chasm.
He's up. Yeah.
3,
Bullshit.
4. No.
That's bullshit.
3.
From
So the
the
tieflings seem to be with these guys, and then these two and these three all seem to be together.
Look, I know you're all looking pretty heated right now, but they're gonna die one way or another, either by our hands or by their hands. 5 left.
I've got to agree with.
So should we sit back, get the
Wold.
popcorn, and watch it all unfold?
Logic doesn't come into question here. I promised those tieflings that I was going to protect them.
Before we go into that, where's Alora? She was with you. Where is she?
She said something about going to get help, and before I could talk to her otherwise, she turned into this pink, purple rat thing and just buggered off.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, well that's settled that then.
Fair enough.
From the position where we are,
Yep.
who can I actually
I'll assume that
see?
you guys have kind of moved up and are now sort of like split up, like looking around the corner and stuff.
Can we see any of the guys to the near side of where I am?
Well, as you were passing through, you could just about see them because this room's quite well lit, so you can kind of see what's going on.
I'm willing to hold back.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you two are clearly just like happy to let this hash out.
let
Loban
them
and
kill
Yuto,
themselves.
what
I
do you guys
don't
think?
care.
The tieflings will die if we do not intervene.
They're gonna die by our hand if we do intervene.
I will gladly trade one of them for you.
Oh, fair point.
Okay.
Miss Jing, if you initiate, I'm with you.
Oh, fine.
I guess,
Right.
yeah, if you're gonna fight them, then.
I don't want to die either.
Who do we take, the statue or the other group?
gotta get lots of
I have an ability to do two scorching rays at once.
Well, I thought you want to save the tieflings, right?
I think the
It's
statue
the statue's the
is
worst
the
thing.
biggest
hit
threat.
the big bugger. Try and hit me with the chasm. Angle it.
What if we try and
Yeah.
ensnare the statue with...
Okay, so at this point, because you're all having quite a long conversation, another round of combat is going to basically ensue here.
Right, okay.
You've already done
Yeah,
it,
that's
so
fine.
this is going to happen.
I'm
so,
gonna react. Yep, that's fine.
I delayed him
Challenger.
enough.
No, that'll be the tieflings. So we'll do 2 tieflings first. So one of the tieflings, one of the tieflings gets a very, he manages to get a strike on the statue.
Okay.
I've got so many stats here. So.
Should we go back to the rat thing?
How about we lure the rat thing?
The other team missed.
I like it.
If you want to go and lure that,
Yeah, you go get the rat.
This tiefling, he again wounded by the first slash. He doesn't have the energy to get out of the blow of a second. The armored statue kind of knocks the other one's blows away, and then just with this wide sweeping cut, just another deep crash across the guest, almost like another X cross, and he watches he kind of falls down basically. As his guy goes down, the other tiefling, which you recognise as Lee, just like no, and just starts like trying to pummel this statue, desperately trying to fend him off and like get to his friend. The archer the archer actually fires at the statue this time, bounces off his armour. Those two aren't doing anything, and those two continue fighting. It's going to be a hit. He takes 5. That's a miss. That's a miss. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
seeing that tiefling go down, I'm straight away just like, son of a bitch, and then
you're
cast
gonna
my
launch it?
scorching ray on the armor
Right.
dude.
Give me a
With
second
twin
then.
spell to do it twice.
Okay.
If that's possible to do it twice on the same target.
Let me check, because the problem with Scorching, the way that Twin Spell works is when you target a single enemy, you can twin it and do it to another enemy.
Right.
But because Scorching Ray is 3 things, I think I need to check on, like, I think you might
Yeah.
just get one up extra
But
ray.
someone else wants to initiate whilst you check that.
I don't know, actually. I think
I
it
don't
would
want to
still
get in the
be
way. Really?
Yeah. So.
Challenger.
Electric guitar solo.
This is the boss music that Steve's put together. I think this is his boss tune.
Feels so 80s right now.
Yeah.
Especially with Granamir over there.
Okay. I know you're going to cast your spell, but
Yep.
first we need the initiative from everybody first. So you
Yep.
are still going to go first with that, because you're surprising them effectively. You have the thing of they're not expecting it, so you're going to jump in on the initiative.
Okay. That's 14 anyway.
It's creaky bones.
I saw a picture.
Oh, Matt, people are going to get so mad at you making noises.
Yeah.
We're just not
That's
eating
rough.
this time.
I'm not making noise.
Oh,
Grandma's.
I got some Doritos
Yeah.
if you want.
Pardon?
Initiative.
Got some Doritos.
I have nerds.
Oh,
I can
wow.
eat these. You'd love me if I started eating these, wouldn't you, stream? Juto, initiative.
18.
18. Wild.
Nat 1.
Now 1. Loban.
15.
You still had your dex, by the way, till 1 initiative. It's like not immediately cancelled out.
5.
You're still going last. Oh, is it 5? What would you get?
+1.
You do. Yeah, that means you're not going last, actually. Cholomar.
6.
6. So, Loban, your thing goes off first.
Yeah.
For this purposes, you are jumping position in the initiative.
Yeah.
So, what would you say? You are casting Twin Spell Scorching Ray, aren't you? Let me
That's
just
right.
check on this.
I want to try and angle it as well. So
I know it's not very fun to have somebody constantly checking rules, but when you cast a spell that targets only one creature and doesn't have a range of self, you spend a number of source points equal to the spell's level to target a second creature in one of the same spell. So yeah, if you're going to use all 3 against the statue, and then you can target, but it has to be, all 3 have to go onto one separate target. You can't split the rays
Okay.
up.
So I'll do the first 3 on the statue and the second 3 on the archer near side to me.
Near side. Now,
So
you
I would
will have to
move
move
to get
forward.
line of sight, yeah.
So you're going to move to about 25. You're going to move to about there. So the ones against the statue, make those.
12,
Perfect. 12 does not hit.
9
Does
also
not
doesn't
hit.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately, there's a problem with the spell attacks.
20.
20. That one does hit, so you do 2d6 of fire damage. So basically, it's large metal armor. The first 2 blasts, it almost seems to angle the magic away, and then the third one just
7 damage in total.
7 points of damage.
So I only do 1 now on the other
No,
one?
you do 3
Still
more.
do 3.
Yep.
Right, okay.
That's the way I'm going to rule it. Yeah, it might not be right, but it makes sense because you've got to spend 2
Uh,
sorcery points to do it. So
14.
that against the archer is a hit.
Okay. 21
Hit.
and 9.
9. So the first 2 hit.
Okay.
So that's 4d6 damage in total.
So
Oh.
it's 1, 5, 6,
Such a
7,
standard.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So the first kind of blast you detonates against the statue, and then you twist the magic, and then you throw it again at this archer. The two rays that engulf this archer just crisp her. Just it seems to be the woman that was wearing leather armor that you saw in the previous room. Just like absolutely like knocks her down straight
cool.
away.
Okay.
However, I need you to roll a d20, please.
Oh yeah, shit. Wild magic. No.
It's so wild.
19.
19 is
Is
odd.
Yes, it is. It is another. Everybody dies.
Of a beaver.
Trot's just like, this isn't technically by the rules. I don't like
He's
it.
getting so itchy. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's like
Isn't
squirming.
correct. I don't like it.
Well, my magic is just a bit erratic.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
It's that
Oh
50%.
my. What might be happening now? Magic.
What's happening now is we're all unfriending you on Facebook.
Yeah. That's fine. Who uses Facebook anyway?
Right. I need. So, what's your spell save DC?
My
That's on your
spell saved is 13.
13. So, center self. Each creature in a 10-foot radius.
This music's so intense.
If you've killed that tiefling,
I will
You make a wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving +1. 12.
You have advantage because you're a gnome.
Okay. Sweet.
Interesting.
Yeah, gnomes have advantage.
Oh,
on
natural 20.
intelligence, wisdom. There you go. So, again, an explosion of rainbow magic emanates, the very edge of which just ends in front of the three of you. And you kind of get a sense that your mind starts to get muddled and confused, but you shake out of it. You're like, no, I've got to help these. You've got to help the tieflings. That was close. A confusion spell centered on himself. 10-foot radius.
Excellent.
So you could have made everybody attack each other.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
It's fine. Didn't happen.
not hit any.
No,
of
because
the-
these guys are just 10 feet away as well. So it's literally, he's like there. So it's like it just hits on the edge of both sides because you guys are here as well.
There's some luck.
That was really fucking jammy the way that played out. But there we go. That was your first turn. So you annihilate. So they're down. They're annihilated. Juto, because she was next. The archer was next. She's now down. Juto.
Can I grab the linen that's nearby?
Yeah, I think I imagine you grabbed that beforehand, like when you were asking me about it.
How? So I've got 40 foot of range. Where will that take me?
40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So imagine he's currently about.
What kind of stat would it be if I tried to kind of like ensnare the?
I'm not going
linen
to tell you
around-
what stat it was because I don't want to influence your decision of what you want to do because you're going to look at your stats and go, I don't have a very good, I don't want to do it. If you want to do it, you do it.
Okay, I'm gonna run up and try and like basically tangle the linen around his feet, like
Around the
to kind of,
statue's feet.
You know, like in Star Wars where they like go to the
You're going to try and hoff this guy.
Pull his
basically.
legs together.
Okay. So you run up there.
Brilliant.
I want to be behind him though, like kind of on the stairs, like not next to him.
Good luck. Oh, nice.
Well done.
Give me a dexterity check, just straight dexterity.
We
just
need
your
rubber
dex modifier.
bases.
Hmm?
No, grip to anything.
Yeah, that's true.
No mods.
It's just your dexterity modifier.
That's a 4 or a
Oui, bonjour.
Mercy Boko. 19.
So you run up and you kind of tie the knot previously in the linen. You throw it round, catch it as it goes around this statue's rope, and you want to pull him down. What do you want to do with
so
him?
he essentially topples off the podium.
On the podium. In that case,
Preferably
you need,
towards those guys.
so you have to give me a strength check because it is just raw strength that you're doing this with.
7.
I'm going to go with what I roll. So he has +4 strength. You get 7. I rolled a 2, makes it 6.
Yes!
With all your
Amazing.
strength, Juto
Oh my
just
God.
pulls like desperate to
Amazing.
save these tieflings. You
I'd
just
like to
pull.
think I am angry because they saw one go.
Now the way he falls is he falls down in front. You're still sort of up there, but I'm going to put you at the bottom because I'm never going to get you to stand up again. So he falls prone, like down. It doesn't take any damage, but he does fall prone and just like stumbles for a moment. Yeah.
Do I have any other actions, or am I?
I'd say you can bonus action him if you want to like just kick him while he's down.
Okay.
So you can bonus action.
Because if
Or
I
do
try
what you
and
want.
push him, it's probably another strength, isn't it? Like.
Well, you want to push him
I
off
want
the
to push
thing.
him off the podium.
Yeah, you
towards
would
it.
have to try and.
Can I get anyone to help me? Can I like galvanize
Not
him?
really, no.
Okay.
You're kind of even the tieflings are taking them by surprise as well because they don't know what you're thinking, so they're like,
Okay.
ugh, and then they
Yeah.
just watch it fall down, and then you're just literally trying to shove him off straight away. So you can try. It's a strength check.
You may as well.
Or you can try and bonus unarmed strike, or you can do whatever you want. It's bonus action.
You're ridden that order.
Can I maybe kind of?
Yeah,
I want
it's
to
a-
partly say like, everybody stop killing each other, otherwise this thing is going to kill us all. Focus on the statue.
Yep,
Good call.
that's what you're saying. Loban. Oh no, you've already gone because
I've
you
already
jumped
gone,
up
first.
in the initiative. So then it is Grace's go. Grace is. I've not got the best model for him. I'm sure I must have a better one. Yeah, this one will do. That's a better one to use for Grace.
He's changed in front of our eyes.
Yeah, he just changes in front of you all. He kind of looks around for a bit. What do you think? He's only prone. He seems to have a hand crossbow in his hands. He does aim at the statue, and he does take a shot at the statue. That is not going to hit. The bolt just kind of... Actually, no, it's prone. I'll say he's got advantage. No. The bolt just pings off the metal armor as he kind of just... As this bolt flies out, pings against the metal armor of
At
the
least they're
creature.
listening.
That's his go. The statue stands up. Kind of like snaps the linen around its feet. It just kind of like pulls its feet apart and snaps them. But it turns to you, and it's just you hear this deep rumbling, almost metallic voice, just like a challenge worthy of my greatness. Defeat me and know the honor of Cord, warrior. And he goes to swing for Juto.
Yippee.
Natural 20 on the first attack. You take 14 points of damage as this great axe just cuts a
really strong.
really deep gash across your cheek. It just scrapes away, and you just feel a deep cut against the bone of your cheek. It would, even with magical healing, this is going to cause quite a bad scar.
Okay.
That will take a while to heal through multiple magical healings. It has a second attack, unfortunately,
Oh, goody.
but that is only a 9. So the first blow, you're just like, and then you duck under it. But the first blow is, you can feel there's some strength behind this.
Do I have a sweet
heft.
scar now?
Yeah, it's just like right along
An extra mad scar. Booyah.
That's the challenger's go. Is Tiefling. The Tiefling, seeing that its attention is turned,
It topples and dies.
it topples dies. Lao will basically grab Lee. The challenger does not take attacks of opportunity and retreats down the stairs, basically carrying his friend. And then... Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's what they do. This guy
Tell me you're a healer secretly.
moves
That's
over.
on it.
And you can see this tiny kind of like gnome character, the one that you saw earlier in the barracks. He kind of leans over, and he seems to kind of take a very defensive position, like he's just kind of like seeing what's happening and what's going on. And then these two guys, they kind of see the fight, but they can kind of see that the statue's attention is turned on Juto. One of them is going to move to the side. This one's going to move up here, and they're going to continue their fight with each other. These two fight back. One of them takes. Just fight. Cool. Right, back up to the top. This time it is now.
Wald's not
Oh no, it's Ward's go.
Wald.
Well, it's Trollmar's go. Sorry, first.
I will run along.
20, 25.
With
So you can get to like here basically.
Okay. Well, I'll just run there. Old faithful Eldritch Blast.
I'll put the statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
Don't suppose anyone's a healer.
Fucking shit. 14.
14. You kind of throw this purple energy up at it, but its armor, there's always faint sigils in it, and it kind of the blow gets deflected off. You just fail to hit, and it's like its armor is quite strong. Bonus action. Do you want to do anything?
What's around? I can't really.
You got Juto's fighting this guy. These four seem to be fighting each other. There's a little tiny gnome man and then a half orc here.
But I can't get round there, can I?
You can. It's just it looks like quite tricky. You might have to like scramble across it like an actual kind of like.
No, me, I'd fall down the fucking hole. So no, I'll stay where I am.
Stay where you are. Okay. In that case, Wald, it's now your go.
Gonna run up, stand in front of Juto if I have the speed.
So Juto is currently
On the
like
stairs.
Up there.
here.
Alright.
So
Stand back
where were
there.
You were
Grab the
here.
tail, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get behind her.
Gonna grab her tail.
You grab a tail. Okay. You suddenly feel like hands grabbing your tail.
Throw her backwards.
Are you going to try and pull her backwards
Yeah.
behind you? Okay. So you give me a strength check. You give me a strength or dexterity
19.
Strength or dex?
check. Yeah.
Neither will beat 19.
Really?
Neither will beat 19.
So you feel this force, like quite a sharp, painful yank on your tail as you are pulled backwards away from the statue. I'd say that the statue won't get an attack from you because it's not you purposely moving. Like you take it by surprise by just like pulling it behind you. So basically, you want to swap places.
No, just
You
pull her
just
behind me.
So you just
Hell no.
I'd say that you can kind of pull her next to you rather than behind you because it's only 5 foot that you can really pull her.
Second level healing word.
Okay. Are you
Thank
going to
the
drop?
fucking gods.
I'm not gonna drop anything.
Okay. You don't drop your trousers.
No.
Okay.
What?
So Cam.
That's how I heal, as Wald.
Wald reaches out. I fucking used your old stupid normal character name. Wald reaches out, and you can feel a surge of healing magic flow out from him.
What was it, 2d4?
No, is it? Oh, healing word.
Yeah.
Or not cure, or cure wounds. Because if you're touching, you might
cure
have cure
wounds,
wounds.
yeah.
It's 2d8 then.
Ding dong. 7. 9.
Plus whiz modifier.
10. 13.
You get 13 hit points back.
22. Thank you.
You just feel this surge of healing magic. This warm glow flies out.
Is it coming through my tail?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's my secret. Don't tell anyone.
It's not a bad secret.
The person who was going to go next is
exploit it.
dead. So now it goes to
Why are your trousers?
Juto.
And mine.
Oh, I don't know. This is a big old mess. I don't even have a weapon. Do you know what I really wished? I wish that I had my potion of hill giant strength.
Well, you don't.
Or
I
my,
wish
or
the
my
construct
healing
would
potion.
disappear.
Do you have a ring of 3 wishes?
No.
Then your wish means nothing.
Bullets.
I don't know. Who's fighting who? Who's doing anything?
What are you doing?
Panicking because I can't fight this thing?
Why?
He's really big?
Yeah.
I don't have a weapon?
So? Are you a monk?
Yes?
These are all the weapons you need.
He's really strong though.
Yeah, but look, you're going to start fighting. One thing you need to get into your head is you're going to start fighting. You don't just fight goblins and
You
little
almost
dodgers
killed me in
anymore.
one hit.
Yeah, guess what? That's going to happen now sometimes.
I'll keep yanking your tail and healing, don't worry.
Can I, if I did my, blah,
Burning
Thing.
hands. Yep.
would that reach him from where I am?
Yeah, it's 15-foot cone, so it would only catch him. So, for example, like if you were stood here, you would actually catch all 4 of those guys. But yeah, from here you would just catch
Doing
that
it.
guy. So
They're-
you
they're
can definitely
busy.
burning hands him.
Who are with the teeths?
These 2 look like that they were
With the
at
teeth.
least with the teeth, yeah, temporarily.
I don't care about them. I'm fighting the statue. Okay, can I,
Burning hands. Okay. As you kind of like breathe out the flame, he does try and move out of the way, but it does seem like his armor's sigils they seem to glow a bit. They seem to have some sort of advantage.
Oh, good.
He takes half damage as the armor absorbs some of it, so it's 3d6, and I'll take half.
3, 4, 4.
8, so it goes to 4. So he takes half damage, just like this flame just engulfs over it, holds out one gauntleted fist as the flame kind of burns all around it, and you can just see it scorching the what was kind of gold but now turns black armor. You can move if you'd like to.
I like to move backwards a little bit.
So you kind of hop behind Trell.
Yeah.
Leave Trell. Okay. That is Juto's go. Loban.
How many times can you do healing spells?
You don't know.
How close to him do I need to be able to do my final spell, Magic Missile?
So magic missile is from any range. It's like a range of like 120 feet or something.
I'd like to kind of get back a bit and then cast it,
Okay.
just so in case there's a more AoE wild magic problems.
Okay. So like how far back? Because you can go.
Well, at least
5.
15 feet away from them. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's
So you
fine.
get back to
Yeah.
about there, and you're gonna
Magic Missile, yeah.
Just magic missile on its own.
I don't have any more sorcery points,
To
so
spend.
yeah, this is my
Okay.
last Magic Missile.
So all I need you to do is just roll a d20 to see if it's odds or evens.
Okay. It's odds again. Every single magic roll has been an odd.
But that's what makes the class fun.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yay!
What is fun, Mark?
This game's
Definition of fun is off.
What
Is
is
this
life?
fun? I don't
fun. I think it's fun.
I don't feel
You
like
guys not
I'm
having fun?
No.
Why?
I think I'm gonna die.
Oh, this isn't too bad. So, unfortunately, here's the sad thing: is as you conjure the magic, you launch out, the sigils on its armor glow, and the magic missile is just absorbed. It does no damage to him.
Molochs.
There is a burst of radiant rainbow energy, and illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air around Loban, just creating a very lovely, kind of naturey, Fluttershy-esque.
It's not really
This is quite nice.
relaxing me right now.
I'm enjoying myself.
Guys, I hate to point this out to you, but I have another suit of animated armor after me right now. Guys, don't want to panic you here. And we don't
it's not
have
animated
Laura.
armor.
Where was the
There's
first
a
one?
man inside.
Is there a man inside the sword? I don't know,
That's what he
actually.
said. Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, they talked, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
You bastards.
Brace, the half orc, will try and shoot at the statue. Misses.
Thank you. Aim
Um,
better.
Misses. The statue.
Oh, you fucker. Don't
He's
come
just
down.
like, why do you flee? You are no warrior! And will attempt to basically, he does one attack against you and one attack against
Oh,
you.
you shit stick.
Try to cleave you out the way. 12.
Nope.
12.
No, fine.
As it just clashes against you, either using weapons to deflect it or just diving out of the way.
They look dagger, actually.
No, I've got the axe.
Oh, yeah, you got the X now, that's right.
Right, I got this wrong the last time, so Trillamar, it's your go now. Are you just Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast?
Blast.
So you do, the problem is it's Eldritch Blast. If you're next to your opponent, you have disadvantage on ranged attack rolls.
I move backwards.
So if you move backwards,
Disengage.
yeah, so you can disengage, but that's your whole turn is to basically move away from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Oh,
like,
fuck.
Use your axe
disengage,
now,
but you would basically have to spend your whole turn to get away from him.
so you need to get some damage on it. So badly.
Or you can just attack it with disadvantage. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I like it. Tanky Trell.
Go on.
I mean, you've got things like, it's like if it does hit you and take damage, you've got Hellish Rebuke,
yeah.
you've got like, you can also Hex. Don't forget you've got your Hex spell, which is...
I can't use it.
Have you
It's,
used it?
No, I can't use it. It's like, it's
Oh,
got
it's got a material component, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Fuck. Okay, so Eldritch Blast, disadvantage.
That was 5. That was 3.
So,
So,
Three.
again, just
Yeah,
arcs
that's-
off its armour. Does nothing, I'm afraid. The Tieflings, he will attempt to... Nope. It looks like he's trying to bind his friend's wounds, like he's trying to stabilise him. Ward.
With A, that's all creatures
Ward.
within 10
Wall
feet of me.
thing.
Wow.
There's
club
people
is-
around me.
He's not
They
a
can
creature.
change
You
it.
get the club out. Okay. Okay.
Like ringing a
Yeah,
bell.
this is a strength
From
one,
where I
so...
am, I probably like
Excellent.
get juicy.
6.
Yeah.
Bong! Kind of like reverberates your arms a little bit. Like, the recruits continue fighting each other. He's dead. Okay, one of them, this one, dies, or gets knocked to the floor, I should say. It's technically dying. It's like they're exchanging blows over this barricade. Back up to the top. So, you'll go.
Okay, fuck it. I'm going to. Can I like run and like jump onto him and like try and punch his head in, or yeah?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Acrobatics. First of all, so you take a few steps back and then you run. You make an acrobatics check.
19, 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, easily enough, I'd say. You kind of like launch over Trell's head and you kind of like land, kind of wrap an arm around the helmet and kind of
So like
swoop
behind
around.
him, yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and then can I strike him?
Yeah, I'd say you can make a strike and you have advantage.
So 12.
So that's, yeah, then take the highest one out of these two.
22? 22?
What?
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22.
22. So yeah, so you kind of, as you swing round, you get a vantage point and you kind of raise up your hand using your kind of like training to like steel your nerves, and you just kind of strike down at the joints in the armor and you do connect. Roll your damage.
7.
7 points of damage. Just and you kind of strike into it. You bonus actions. You want to do your extra arm strike, or you can spend a key point to do flurry. I don't know if you've got enough.
I've run out.
Oh,
of
you've run out.
points.
Okay, so you can just do one bonus unarmed strike.
Can I like try and remove his helmet, like, or break his helmet, or?
Yeah, you can do.
Nice.
I rolled a natural 50.
So that's what you want to do, yeah?
Yeah.
So you basically, you reach down, and yeah, it looks like you can just pull the helmet off.
Mm-hmm.
You pull it off, and there is nothing there. There is just a pair of glowing red eyes where the eyes would be.
Just throw the helmet away.
Just sails
So
in your
it
throat.
is
You're right,
armor.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Files down.
What did I fucking tell you
I
guys?
could have put that on.
It just sails down. Loban.
So, all I've got left is cantrips, so
Yep.
I'll just use my Ray of Frost, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, try and smash the armor apart.
Yeah, well, I just sort of cast that against the armor.
Yep.
To see if I can knock
Okay,
anything
yeah,
off.
yeah. Make an attack roll as normal.
It's a natural 1.
Natural one.
So that's 6
You kind of like,
as well.
you're shaky without your magical power, you kind of, and again it just arcs, slides across the armor. That was your go.
Find good stuff.
Actually hit the
Like
monster.
running away.
Heart Brace is just uses his last one. He's like, ah! You can see him getting frustrated as his bolts are just pinging off of it. The Challenger, you are currently on top of him. He basically tries to reach up and grab you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
25.
Okay, so he tries to reach up and grab you, but you swing round like underneath his armpit, and then as he kind of swings to grab you again, you coil yourself back up onto his shoulders. He's just like, "Argh!" Just trying to get you, but he can't seem to get hold. That's pretty much. He will taking you with him. You get an attack opportunity against him if you want. You'd have to use a melee weapon though.
Does one
Yeah, I'll
get some
try and
attack as well?
Yep, yeah, you both do. He basically starts stomping up towards the top of the platform again, desperately trying to grab you.
14.
14.
12.
Neither of you kind of strike out with your weapon, and it's just like ting ting. Like he's wearing like thick plate armor, and it's just
Ting, ting.
not penetrating it. It's not damaging it in any way.
Guys are dead.
So that's what he does. Trelamar, it's actually your turn.
Oh,
But he has moved away from you.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll just try and blast him again.
Eldritch Blasto.
Yeah.
it.
Be prepared to like jump off if anything
When
goes
I
wrong.
explode him.
I'll swing behind him.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you kind of like.
Oh,
dodge up.
18.
18 hits, just. The energy just blasts against its thing.
What?
I'm never going to go with this.
It's plate armor, like, a normal man can have that as an AC.
12.
If you had a fighter in your group, you could have a character with a thing. 12 damage.
Yeah.
Right now.
Nice job. Exit.
Take that, you
I
go.
can't exit.
Yeah. It kind of staggers him for a minute. He's just like, fight me with honor and weapons, not with magic. As he just kind of like stumbles around in this very robotic manner. That was your go. Wald, your go.
I'm going to run up the stairs
That's physical damage.
and try and club one of its shins off.
Okay.
Try and make it a bit harder to move around.
Okay. You're going to try and aim for a leg kind of thing.
It's 17.
Just barely. Well, it's more that you do get the force, but it just moves out of the way and you just kind of skid, like it just scrapes along the armour like the wood just against it, the metal plate, just barely missing.
I'm going to dart away with an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so you're going to move away?
Move back to where I came from.
Well, you move, so 5, 10, 15, yeah, you would have enough to move back. It gets an attack opportunity against you for a 21.
Oh god.
That is 8 points of damage as it catches you on the back as you stumble down.
Don't sprain an ankle.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
Do you want to go get the rat?
Yeah, let's go get the rat.
Sensing he is about to lose, he is going to tie and back off. Takes an opportunity for each one. That misses, so he backs off.
Is he coming next to me?
He kind of comes up next to you, like he's backing away from the two that were fighting him.
I'm going to stop him.
He's like, huh?
You ain't going anywhere, sunshine.
He's like, what? He's like, seems to be taken back. He's like, oh, and it looks like he's ready to engage you in a fight, but he's kind of taken back for a moment. He seems to go more into a defensive thing. He kind of seems to go into a very defensive position.
5 alive.
These two will turn around and start making their way over here with weapons drawn for the tieflings. Juto, you'll go. Oh, actually, tieflings didn't have a go. Oh, he stabilises him. In that case, he stands over his mate's body and goes into a defensive position. Juto, you'll go.
Can I like steer this thing?
You could try.
Can I remove his plate armor?
The helmet was kind of set on top. It does look like there are buckles, but there also looks like some parts of it are fused, like just together. Like it's torso plates. There's no buckles. It's just fused. It's like a solid chest piece.
If I like strike his head, do I get better options there?
You
Because
don't know.
he doesn't have a helmet.
You don't know. I'd say as long as you're still on top of him, so you still have advantage because you kind of have like a height. You can't you can just strike him quite much easier.
But it would be strength to try and steer him, wouldn't it?
You don't know.
I'm going to attack him.
Okay, you have advantage.
9, 15.
15 is not enough, but you have advantage. So take that high roll.
No.
No. So first attack, like again, you just strike into this cold metal plate, and it's like ah. Do you want a bonus attack? You can bonus alarm strike him. You still have advantage.
For God's sake. That was 13.
Oh.
Natural one. So again, poof, poof, you're just pummeling into this thing, but you just can't seem to penetrate this heavy armor, this metal armor. No, Loban, you'll go.
Am I close enough to the pile of magical stones that are cooking away?
The embers, no, you're quite far away. These are in these little alcoves here.
Right, okay.
So you'd be 5, 10, 15, 20 feet-ish away.
In which case, I'll just try and carry on hitting the armour then with
Okay.
my Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Yep. Let's make another attack.
That's 11.
With the bonus?
Mm.
No. Just glances off and blasts off into part of the cavern, coating part of the wall in ice. Just a long strip of it. So
Butterflies in the way.
Right, this guy has had enough. He can only get to about there though. But he throws the hand crossbow, which he doesn't seem to have any more bolts for, and he pulls out what seems to be like a small hand axe, and he's just coming up towards the statue now. So that's his go. The challenger again tries to pull you. So
Dex.
Yep, dex saving throw, please.
17.
Not enough, unfortunately, this time. Like he just grabs you and it catches part of your clothing, and just before you have a chance to rip it free, he like gets another hand and grabs onto an arm. He picks you up and he throws you off the side. As it kind of goes, whoop, give me another dex saving throw.
12.
12. I would say that's enough where you just managed to get a hand on the ledge beneath his feet. And you're just holding on, like there's about a 40-foot drop from where you are, because you were about, well, actually, Yeah, you're about 20 feet up above what it was on the normal floor, so you're just holding on beneath it. But it does seem to turn its attention away from you. Like, it doesn't seem to see you as a threat while you're currently on the ledge. And instead, once it throws you off, it goes...
I've got slow fall written on my sheet. What does that mean?
So slow fall, if you look in your player's handbook, it'll be under your monk thing. You reduce the damage you take when you fall.
Okay.
So it's actually, you falling off stuff is not that bad.
Chill, you guys.
But he does that, and then all he does
Alright.
after he throws that as his action, he just moves down towards you two and just gets in your faces, basically.
Rope.
Oh, bollocks.
And it is, Troll. No, it is. That's his go. Yeah, it's Troll's go.
If I try and run past this guy, he's gonna.
He gets an attack of opportunity against you. Yes.
And I guess he's close enough to me that I get a disadvantage with my Eldritch
He's
Blast.
right next to you. That's why he moved there.
Oh, you wanker. You golden wanker.
He is built for fighting. He knows tactics.
My axe isn't going to do much, is it? Try and clobber it with my axe.
Okay. Yep. Why not?
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20. So it's a D8. Double it, and then you don't have a strength modifier. So that's a D10. D8 is that one. Yep. So you just roll that and double it.
Oh, 16.
Awesome.
So, Trelimar, you just kind of like, you've had enough.
Fucking
You've had enough. You heft this axe, you just, ching, and as you,
He did say that he wanted weapons.
yeah, exactly, and you kind of launch this battle axe, or this kind of like hefty kind of like woodsman's axe, right into its chest. It kind of stutters for a moment, and then it drops to a knee. It goes, "You are worthy of court, warrior." First thing is everybody within 30 feet, which is 1, 2, technically Juto as well, and you. So you, and technically another dude as well. You are healed for half of your hit points. So whatever your hit points is, half it, and you are healed for that amount. And then to you, his hand comes out, his two hands, and he goes like, "A gift to the champion of court!" And his
You are
great
so
axe
smug.
is held out to you, and he basically offers it to you. This giant, like, two-handed, massively curved moon axe, basically. Unfortunately, if you try and use that, you will be at disadvantage because you are not trained, you are not
shit.
proficient. But it looks like
It
a
looks
fucking,
cool.
Yeah, and it looks valuable as well. That's the other thing.
Straight to eBay.
So he's off. So that was Trelimar's go. You still have your movement and a bonus section. So what do you want to do?
Well, just take
You
the
just
thing
like,
off of him.
you just like drop the crappy one you've got,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Thank you." And you can move as well.
Is there a chap attacking you?
Well, I've stopped him.
He stopped him.
But he does look like they're about to have a fight.
Is he distracted by this dude at all? The construct?
He seems like he kind of like takes note. He's like, like, you know, but not distracted
oh no,
enough
actually,
to, like...
I'll make my way over to Juto.
Okay,
Thanks.
so you like,
Just hanging out here.
you probably have enough. Like, I mean, taking the thing off him isn't really an action, so you have enough. Do you want to like reach down?
Yeah,
like,
I'll
give a
try
hand?
and-
Okay, so when you pull up, you have advantage to get pulled up.
Oh, you're on that ledge, the high up ledge.
Yeah, I thought she was on the.
Yeah, no, she's like
Oh, okay.
on the high edge there, so I should probably move her like that. She had like one hand on there, basically.
Hanging around.
Hey.
The tiefling, over Lee, just starts striking out at these two guys next to him. Natural 20. So one of them, he just kind of like lashes out with a normal punch, and then the second one, he does like a roundhouse kick and just like
shit.
knocks the guy out straight away.
Wow.
Just like boom, just knocks him to the ground. That's his go. Walled. This guy next to you is like hefting his weapon. He's got like a little hatchet.
I'm gonna try and club him into the chasm.
Okay, so you try and knock him directly into the chasm.
Yep.
Cool.
Banners up. 13.
13's enough to hit him. Do damage. See how much damage you do.
Okay.
Determine.
8.
Rolled a 2. You kind of go, and you just knock him. Wilhelm scream style as he falls into the chasm.
That's one less to worry about.
He's going to take 2d10. And you just hear like, and then nothing. You don't hear anything after that. So it goes down.
Make sure your tiefling friend doesn't do the same.
Yeah, what are you doing? So that's your action.
I'll come up to assist with
So you move
Trell.
there. Okay, so you also reach down a hand. Help her up. Okay, cool. So you do that. Let's just go. This guy now seems to come into action, and he is going to attempt to climb across there. No problem. He kind of climbs across there, scutters back, so that's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, he's going to get to about there, and he's just like, oh, nice to see a fellow gnome. Pulls out a knife and goes to shove it into your gut.
Son of a bitch!
Yep.
Gonna do 5.
That is a 24 to hit
What, on what, sorry?
versus your armor class.
Yes.
yeah,
that
that's
hits.
definitely hitting me.
Take 12 points of damage as he like cuts deep into your stomach.
Okay.
This is just like, and he's just smiling. He's just like, it's just like, brilliant. I was worried about
Wow.
that. I was worried about that statue. Oh, what a lifesaver! I'm glad your friends came along. This is amazing. Yeah, he seems very jolly for what he's doing.
Can I, as part of my previous action, going up to lend a hand, shout out to the dude who threw away the crossbow? It's like, help us, please.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Help us, please.
Help us, please. Master Wayne, please help us. Juto. So if you want to climb back up, you just give me. I'd say you can make it acrobatics
Do
with
you know what?
advantage.
I'd like to just fall. Just drop me. Just drop me down. Just break my legs.
Why do we
Just,
fall,
you know,
Juto?
I just like to fall.
Why do we fall?
What
If
is it?
you can't lift a bloody log, what's the use in all those push-ups?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics with advantage.
7, 14.
14. That's enough. Like with their 2 help, like they hoist you back up onto the top bit here.
Thank you.
That is, I'd say that's your action. So you have a move and a bonus action.
Can I move towards the tieflings?
Yeah. You would have to go past this guy.
So you're gonna attack me?
You don't know.
I'm just gonna stare at him and just Vulcan pinch. Did he see me when I did the Vulcan pinch?
Yeah, they all did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're just gonna walk past him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, don't even try.
He like looks at you walking past and lets you go. Yeah. So it takes pretty much like you move around all the way to the tieflings, and that's pretty much going to be the end of it, really, because you can't attack as well. Loban.
Or is it me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to find out what does, because he like I could do my shocking grasp.
Yeah.
Which counts as anything that he can do, but he's only got a knife. So which does more just straight damage, the Ray of Frost or Shocking Grasp?
They both do D8 damage.
Right.
But the thing is Shocking Grasp is a ranged attack, so if you try and use that next to somebody who's next
Oh,
to
okay,
you, you
well
have
then,
disadvantage.
fine.
Shocking Grasp,
Shocking
you
Grasp
just
then.
do a normal attack.
Okay, Shocking Grasp.
So Shocking Grasp, your hand explodes in lightning.
Which is 14.
14 is enough to hit him.
Good.
So it's a D8 point of damage, and you can't take
Damage,
reactions.
A 2.
2. So it's 2 points of damage. Now the important thing is what you do is you stun him because he can't take reactions. You can move away from him and he doesn't get a free attack against you because that's a
Right.
reaction to do. So you could run up this way.
I'll run up as far as my little legs will carry me.
Yeah, you can get to about there.
Cool.
And he's just like, ugh. He's like, oh, ow, oh, that was. Whew. And he just kind of shakes himself
Oh,
off.
I hate this guy.
That was Logan's go. The half orc
That's fine then, that's what I
wanders up here. He looks at you and he's just like, your friend's quite dangerous. You're not though. And goes to shove you off. Give me a strength or athletics or acrobatics check.
16.
16. He goes to shove you and you just kind of sidestep out the way. As he goes to shove you, but you're like, whoa! And he just falls straight off.
You're right, I'm not formidable.
Oh my god.
You hear a nothing.
Oh, dear.
Not my fault.
So how many?
That's pretty good. I like
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 of you still remaining. Okay. So that was his go. The tieflings. The tiefling just lays into this last remaining recruit. Both hit. Which is enough to knock this guy unconscious into the floor. And you can see him like he's taking deep, ragged breaths. And he just looks around, and sees you. Then he looks around at everybody else. And there's a brief moment of you don't really know what his reaction is. He just kind of has this cold look on his face of like assessing the situation. That was there you go. Trelamar.
How far away is this other gnome?
He's like 5, 10, 15, about 30, 35 feet away. Not far at all. Easily within blast range.
Could I use my newfangled axe?
You can definitely walk up to him, yeah, and try to. You have disadvantage because you're like this thing is so heavy. You're
Yeah.
not used to using it. Like you can try it, but you do have disadvantage because you're not proficient.
Yeah, go on. I'm
you're
gonna
just like
I'm gonna go down there and
drag it down with you.
Yeah, and just try and like swing it all the way
Okay.
down
Disadvantage, but yeah, go for
through
it.
the middle of it. That was an 18.
One like that.
Oh, that was a 9. Shit.
9 plus. You don't have any strength bonus, do you? Oh, actually, no, it's not disadvantage. You just don't get your proficiency bonus. What am I talking about? So, what was the first roll you got?
18.
18. So you just like so you don't get disadvantage. You just don't add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So yeah, you just get the 18, which is enough to hit him.
Right.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's actually the way it works.
Okay.
So it's a D12 plus strength. Now the D12 is that one, yeah, the one you're currently holding. But because you have no strength, it's just whatever you roll.
Okay. 8.
8 plus 1, because for reasons you don't know, which is you basically just and with the shocking grasp you did, he just gets knocked to the floor like he seems like he was not strong at all. Just like bleh.
Serves you right, you bastard.
Now 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's 5 of you still up. At that point, once he drops down to the ground, you just hear there's a deep kind of rumble, and then just, well done, recruits. It seems we have found our 5 strongest. Medics, fetch those that have fallen unconscious and bring them to the barracks. The rest of you, I will meet you in our initiation room.
Sweet.
I've got
So
a funny
hold on.
feeling I know where this is going to go.
So you got 1, 2, 3,
There's
4,
of us
5.
in Tiefling.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is the other one unconscious?
Yeah,
he's,
like,
he's
well,
stable.
they're all, yeah. They're
I just
knocked
need a long
out.
rest so I can get my spells back.
Because it's already quite late, we will end things there for this week because it's already 8:30. So yeah,
Shit.
very good game.
Yeah, very good game.
You managed to. That was a bit of a clusterfuck at the end there, but yeah,
We used almost all of the map too.
yeah. Apart from that one little corner.
Nice.
It's a shame that because you blew a lot of spells on the giant ice cube. Obviously meant that a lot of damage was missing on that final fight, but
Yeah.
But then it meant we saved our healer, so.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It's very true.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll have it back next week. We will probably try and have you join us, but
Yeah, no, it's
So
fine.
just to
I
finish
can-
off, like,
I can
Logan's
do-
story?
Yeah, I could do however many.
yeah, that's
fine.
it. Because I think I would just want to make sure that you kind of get a conclusion to your story and everything else.
Yeah.
And we will have Katie back next week. And yeah,
Team.
full team. Full team. So thank you very much for watching, guys. You are going to stream and host.
Basically,
it from,
once this is done, I'll just take over and stream until like 11. So hang around.
Yeah. Yeah. We got about. Ooh, it's like 8:30 already. I'm just thinking about donations. What to do. We can just quickly go through them and just read out names rather than messages.
We could go
I can
into-
I can say that and do that quickly. I just read out the names and just say thanks.
Sure.
Just because I don't want to, because we already ran like half an hour late, and I don't want to keep you guys here like for another hour because it normally takes an hour. But I do also just want to kind of quickly say thanks for everyone who donated.
Yeah.
So I'll do that though. That's fine. You guys can head off, and I'll finish setting up.
Thank you for all the donations, everybody.
Yes, thank you
very
everybody.
much.
I will position
great.
myself just to read out some names and stuff. I'll probably move over to Matt's seat in a second. And yeah,
Walled it up.
Good.
walled it up. Yeah,
We walled next week too.
yeah, technically. Yeah, just to finish off this little bit.
Sweet.
Next week will be very interesting. This was very much a heavy combat week. Next week will be a very heavy story week, I have a feeling.
Okay.
So, you survived, Kim!
Got over my
Yay!
fear of magical suits. It was
He was a nice guy.
It was annoying
He
though
was just the
because
guy who was the challenger.
yeah, if I'd actually managed to get those hits off,
Yeah.
like the last one.
Yeah.
I
Like
could've,
you probably could have like done if you'd
Good,
done
good
it.
old troll just swans in there like that's a nice suit of armor you got there.
Yeah.
Can I have
Oh,
that
you-
sweet ass?
You fell over.
X.
That's a shame, Juta.
Hey, he got a heal for most of you as well.
Yeah.
No, that
he
was
earned the
awful.
heal
Jesus
for you.
Christ.
No.
He's a nice guy.
And yes, this was, if you're interested, this is all thanks to Dwarven Forge, my lovely map, so
There's some
Just
ships
trying to
there.
get
So
that
cool.
stuff.
I
mate.
really want them to send me stuff. Like,
You
I'm
showed it
so
to me on
bad.
Friday.
I mean, in all fairness,
So cool.
I dropped
Amazing.
like 4, like, well, I say I dropped. Terps dropped quite a lot of money on buying like a bunch of new sets for us, and
In fact, I'd say it's
really
thanks
cool.
to the donations we're able to.
Yes,
have
that's
this
very
out.
true. Actually,
Yeah.
no, that is
Thanks
very
to
much
you
true.
guys.
Thanks to you guys.
Exactly.
So thanks to this, we can have really cool sets, and I've got some ideas on how to use stuff that I've got. I really wish that they still had their medieval buildings kit, but they don't have it anymore.
They got the castle one, which kind of.
That's
oh,
that's
you mean
the
the
Kickstarter,
interior
but yeah, the
stuff?
store. Yeah, like I can't get it on the store anymore.
Well, bugger, Dwarven Forge.
That's what eBay's for, isn't it?
That's true.
Could you pass this strut?
Does anyone want any Doritos?
There we go. Pass
No,
that over.
thanks.
Right. Do you mind if I jump on your
No.
seat, Matt?
Jump away.
Read these out.
Wonderful.
So are we going? What are we doing?
Yeah, feel free to go, guys. Like, I'm just
I
going to
do
really
have to nip
quickly
off.
burn through these. Caps, you want to get out and then you can.
Yeah,
head off
I'm
as
gonna go
well?
get ready for the stream, guys. So I'll see you in a second.
Yeah, I will try and do this quickly, and then
That's
we'll
fine.
get
Take
Steve.
time, man. You do what
No,
you
no,
do.
no. I just want to. It's already running late, so I just want to quickly run through these. So am I on camera? I can't tell. Yeah, I think I am.
Bye, guys.
Okay, so bye. Right, thanks, Bye. guys. I will see
Please,
you.
please pass your
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
and you
that's-
can sit down and get it done.
Yeah, I'm gonna just burn through.
See you soon,
Unfortunately-
guys.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm not going to be able to read out messages, but I am going to just read out names and say thank you. Because I just want to recognise everybody that donates very kindly to us. It's just going to, unfortunately, going to take a bit more time. So, big thank you to Nightjar. Thank you very much for your donation. Moose, Trite, Candid Arachnid. Thank you very much. Olorenve as well. Thank you very much. Nightjar. Thank you again. Sharik X. What I will also try and do, actually, if you guys want to if you remember your donation messages, you can put them on the High Rollers D&D Reddit, or you can tweet them at me, and I'll try and respond to the questions if you've got any questions. Killer Dragon, thank you very much. Zaka Sonza with a big donation, thank you very much. Half a hundo there as well, thank you. Georgina3101, thank you very much. All lots of get well messages for Kim. I'll make sure these pass on. Hopefully she'll feel better soon. Ben Briss97, thank you very much. Sorry about questions. Do tweet them at me at Sherlock_Humes, and I will do my best to answer them. I'm really sorry I can't answer them now. I just don't want to be here till 10 o'clock, especially as Caf's got to stream. Dext Killer, thank you very much for your donation. Bam goes TNT, one of our regulars. Thank you very much, Bam. Really appreciate it. Gothic Kitty 1313 as well, another regular. Thank you so much for your donation. Popeye 509, thank you very much. You Know Nothing, John Snore 132, thank you very much as well. Lady Mouse 54, thank you so much. The Sid, thank you very much, or the Seed, thank you very much. Actually, accurate, I did see a comment there. Strangle Throat, thank you very much as well. Christy KLW, thank you very much. Donating on behalf of his sister there, thank you very much. Sully Flynn with a big donation as well. Thank you so much for your big donation. It goes towards more things like Awesome Dwarven Forge and stuff like that. Blaine Kerrigan with another big donation as well. Thank you so much. Copy de Pasty with a half a hundo as well. Thank you, Copy de Pasty. Such a regular donator. Thank you so much for all your support. It really does mean a lot. It means a lot to me personally as well. Bam goes TNT. Thank you so much. And Koku Taeyon. Hello.
Bye.
Bye. And Koku Taeyon, thank you very much for your donation. Sonic Details, thank you as well for your donation there. Georgina3101 again. Exhibite, thank you for your donation as well. Bam goes TNT, thanking the mods there as well. And Steve, thank you very much, Bam. It's really appreciated everything you do. Mr. Carmine, big donation as well. Thank you very much. Bele Sprit, thank you for your donation. Angelus Lucius, another regular donator, thank you. Meatball and Sausage, another regular donator, thank you so much. Sonic Details donated again, thank you. Regular DVD01, CD01, thank you very much, dude. B3N020295, thank you very much. iFan with a hundo, thank you so much. That's really generous of you. Thank you. Can't say thank you enough, especially for these like crazy big donations. You guys are way too generous. Rom Papara, thank you very much. Saying a good workaround for Katie there. Thank you. Totally wasn't pulled out at the last minute. Mizzy Myth with a half hundo again. Another half hundo. Thank you so much, guys. Really sorry we couldn't read all these messages out. I feel bad. So many of you donated so much. Oh, I feel really awful. Mizzy Myth, thank you again. Bam goes TNT. Donated again. Thank you so much. Lots of complaints about the software glitches. Steve did do his best. Sorry for all the weird possession going on. Ron Rapara again. Thank you so much. Georgina3101. Thank you again. Shunticles, a regular donate as well. Thank you so much. Owls Parliament with a donation as well. Thank you. Slothgo Pew Pew. Thank you for your donation. Ace of Thorns. Thank you. Comrade Stephen. Thank you very much for your donation. Mr. Carmine, thank you. Elite Llama, thank you very much for your donation as well. Maya Nay 95, thank you so much. Crimson X29, thank you as well. Another regular donator there as well. Mechapix with a big donation there as well. Thank you so much. Tunarth with a donation as well. Thank you. And J.K. Quinn, thank you. And Theron Leodon. And is that it, Steve? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. Thanks, man. Really sorry I couldn't read out your donations, guys, just because we went on a bit later, just with Kath wanting to stream and the guys needing to get home and everything else, and Kim not feeling well. It's probably just quick as we rattle through it. I will, along with Kath's going to be streaming, and I will host him on the Yogscast channel as well. I'm thinking of doing a stream when I get home on my Sherlock Humes account. I'll put it out on Twitter as well. So if you do have any questions, if you had questions in your donations, come and ask me in my chat or tweet them at me, and I will do my best to reply to them there. Really sorry again, but thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with a whole team +1, so we'll have a 5-player game next week, and it should be really good. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much, everybody, and yes, bye, 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 bye.
Bye.